style that we get to see up against GENG. We see Suna, he sets up the early round. You've got Nitro, Steel, alongside Ethan setting up some of that mid-round play. And then if you have to rely on Eco, he's there for the late round. Isn't really super active in the early round, playing the Sova. He'll get the early intel and stay in the sidelines until the team manages to take sites. They will start off on the attack, so that's quite perfect. But for GENG, look at Kusta. He's got great setups. He's going to be a player to watch, especially on this decent defensive front. How does he lock things down on the Killjoy? How does he delay for the rotates to come through quickly for this GENG team?
So Sean still on Reyna on this one. This looks like the map that the Reyna picks still stands strong in NA. Should be definitely really, really good. 100 Thieves sticking with the Nitro on Sage. No breach on this one. That's apparently only on Haven for 100 Thieves. Everything else is going to be Sage all day. And they did do some really, really nice stuff against TSM yesterday. The combos that Asuna and Nitro were hitting in A main and B main with the paint shell slow orb combination was really, really fun to watch and really put a wrench in some of the stuff that TSM was trying to do. So we'll see if it's the same kind of story for GENG or if they pull out something different in order to control the map.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Pistol about to be underway. GENG versus 100 Thieves. This is the first map of the series. GENG will kick us off on the defensive front and 100 Thieves will attack. Let's see the setup. How are things panning out? Early peaks for Guimont and Win towards this mid side will be accompanied by Sean, who's maybe getting early intel towards A main, and it's about to be quite heavy from 100 Thieves.
You might be wondering, we said this was GENG's map pick, which means 100 Thieves should start defense, right? No, they picked to start on attack. Usually it is their map pick, so they end up falling in this situation anyways, but clearly wanting to stick with the same game plan over and over. Clear out in B main, both Nitro and Asuna, and also some attack over towards A main. Some space now taking, but look at GENG, their response. Peek into mid, let's get some information here. And they do, nothing there. Sean will hold tiles. They're not even peeking in that direction though. They're gonna come back through the spawn.
GENG, a lot of membership towards this A side. It's a heavy stack and still Spike undecided, but there's 50 seconds left on the clock for 100 Thieves. They will start to direct it over towards this B site, which with caster vision we see is wide open. Not even membership towards mid, but now finally GENG peek through. Nobody's there. There is a turret. I don't think it spots the players peeking out through top cat.
30 seconds
Still,
left.
what is happening this round?
So they're smoking the pop. They're gonna execute here. Hiko's gonna throw some shock darts and go back to B, join up with them. Nitro's gonna put the wall over. They have to take out the one player on site though. If they don't do that, then the Dig is gonna be up, and they do. Now this is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. The rotate's gone. Yes, they lose everybody though, and they know. Wow. If that worked out, it would have been nice, but no, it doesn't. Only 3 players are fighting against 5. The stack was already there for GENG, given the peek down cat. So now they have to take space back and try to fight before they can even respond.
It's a 2v4. Difficult position for 100 Thieves. They would have loved to get away with maybe one more frag, but it's 4 strong. Steel with the first tag. Just have to back away though. They're going to use the owl drone to scout things through. Ethan on the angle towards lane. They are going to start to funnel in one at a time. Ethan finds one for now. The 2v3 still possible on both fronts. Down to Steel, and the shots won't be good. Very well played with GENG on the read.
Dude, I thought as they took down one player inside that A site, I thought it was going to be good, but GENG challenged. They gamble. They stack over towards A. The information in mid was huge. Kusta falls, yes, but every single other player there, and they even commit Hiko to the fight too. I thought he was just going to throw the bull, throw the shock darts and get out of there, but no. Full send into the site. Even getting the wall down from Nitro. And they fall eventually. Nothing gained from Steel peeking in spawn, unfortunately. And that was key. If they didn't find anything early as they came back through spawn and rotated towards the B site, then that was going to be a hard task. 2 versus 4.
Uh-oh. Has to use the Tailwind early. Great utility usage from 100 Thieves to deny that top cat peek. And also use the Tailwind early. Nano Swarm has to pass Has to push Suna back a little bit, but it's just 5 stack through the middle. Sean with this angle here, the spray through, has the dismiss to get away, but he has support from Kusta, and this is slowly falling apart for 100 Thieves. Mikael Guimont on the flank. Should be around for GENG. I like the attempt, though, from 100 Thieves. Just hit your head on the wall and see if you can push through mid.
Yeah, barrel through mid, I like it. So trying to get rid of the Phantom over the top of the wall.
Destroyed.
So that GENG can't carry it in the next round, but I don't think there's a gap there. He's trying to find something, but knife out. Now GMD will take him and also recover the Phantom. No, he hit it. Where is it? Yep. He knew. I love the setup from GENG on that round there. Anti-eco, one player playing very close to the door, one player playing passive in spawn, and the other player playing lane. The player playing close to the door in market there is able to fight B main if they do come out. Good crossfire, but lane can swing on market in that case. It was Sean and Kusta. And they do work. Also, one player in spawn. I'm not quite sure who that was, but really nice stuff from GENG so far. Another paint shell potential possible for slow. Where's that slow gonna land? Ooh, right in main. With the boom bot too. That could get dangerous. I like it.
You know, in earlier iterations of 100 Thieves, we've seen some very passive tiles play on the attack. It's very interesting to see them a little bit more forward and looking for that B main control, but they're still, even with that utility spent, playing passively towards it.
One thing that's I think people miss is that, yeah, sometimes it looks like the match game plan looks exactly the same every single round, but if you look 3 matches, 3 maps of 100 Thieves playing Ascent, you'll see 3 different approaches. You'll see a lot of different strats, different ways to control parts of the maps, because the playbook is large. Here we go. 3 wall up potentially. No, it's just going to be Ethan and Nitro to peek into the site. And there's 2 players actually in there. One of them is Win, but GMD responds. Austin's trying to push through at the same time. They don't find anything. They stay on the stairs. Sean gonna try to find something, and Kusta's on the stairs too. My goodness, shut down.
I have the spike.
Uh-oh. Shock dart the track, just down to Nitro. Can't find another to bring his team back, and that's a bonus for GENG. That's economy now thwarted for 100 Thieves. A couple of upgrades for GENG off of that bonus as well. They'll be sitting pretty now moving forward. You like that attempt to boost, but Win, who I think was on site, he tailwind to safety, so they were able to negate that boost quickly.
Yeah, it's crazy how well prepared GENG has been for pretty much every single cool little thing that 100 Thieves brings to the rounds. There's the first time where they do the slow orb paint shells combination on the cat. Win is there, tailwind out. Any dangerous position, they're there and ready. GENG playing very, very well so far on this defense. Light armor and sheriff for some, Bucky for steel. As usual, as is natural at this point.
Uh-oh. That's problematic. Now they'll start to funnel through. The spray is good. Guimont with 1. Still a Win playing close here on the angle. They'll find him. Now Hiko has the Hunter's Fury. They can put themselves in a good position here, but ooh, trade for trade. Down to the 3v3. The door is about to be closed. No, it's not. Psych. Sean
already
with
closed.
Spike. Carrier now, and it's just one or another. GENG will secure that one. That was close. Suna finds 2 on the entry. Close on the 50.
But they needed that door to close, but GENG's already broken it, so no shot there after they get the first couple of entries. GENG also doing a good job pushing them back on A main, giving it time for 100 Thieves to have to retake that, forcing time to be lost in that engagement, timing everything. When it comes to the slow play from 100 Thieves, gun round though now. You mentioned Hiko as Hunter's Fury. Possible idea that we've seen from 100 Thieves before. Let's take mid control and then push into tree with Hunter's Fury. Ethan already posturing into that area. Hiko's still towards main. There is a drone here. Tags Asuna. No Hunter's Fury available for Mikhail. Ethan swings on it. There's still more.
Oh.
And they trade out. Wow. Spike down now on Cat. Asuna has to recover it, but they're pushing him hard.
Oh no. The firing squad, they lose the op, but 100 Thieves lose their life. Nitro is trying to get a little bit more space. This is the Nano Swarm that'll push them back. Do a little bit of chip damage just down to Hiko. You called it out. You set this up. They wanted that mid control. They got it. Now Hiko is gonna have to look for picks. Can't retrieve that spike quite yet. He's got 3 players looking towards him down Cat.
This round looks identical to the 1 versus 4 that Hiko shot. That's why the observer's like, yeah, let me get on Hiko right here. We've seen this literally yesterday. GENG still fighting Hiko in mid. He makes it hurt. Yes! Oh, almost got it again, but GENG Kusta's there. And they don't fall apart like we saw yesterday, but almost. So Hiko's still feeling it today. He's still feeling it.
Yeah.
I love the re-aggression there from GENG to push back on Cat. Fight, fight, fight. As they got Spike, they took more space, realizing what the play was for 100 Thieves, potentially knowing that that was a strat that they like to run. They know the rest of the players are going to be A main. They 100% know Hiko's going to be there because he has the Hunter's Fury. They back off entirely. Now lockdown up. Now 5 ultimates up. All bases loaded for GENG. But Hiko has to save his ult or the other lockdown on the other side.
Orb early. Allows to get the orb. Orb for orb. Slow orb for alt orb. But they don't pick it up. They're just trying to bait them through B main. But GENG haven't really shown a lot of that type of presence. They'll play passive on B and just scoop them up as they come out. I mean, that's what the Nano Swarm is for, right?
Swarm grenade out.
Just the default here for GENG to start. Orb for steal. And now they've got 10 ultimates about to be pandemonium. There's the cross for Suna. He will fall. Lockdown, though. Keep faking this A side hit. There's still a player towards heaven. It's Gimon. He has a safe angle there. They funnel in. He can take him apart.
They were biting on that lockdown, but eventually, because they don't move, because they don't actually bite, 100 Thieves is able to take quick advantage of that. Especially after they show presence over towards B, they're like, hold on. This is definitely not going to be an A hit, but it ends up coming. So 100 Thieves, well played, but a 4 versus 5. And again, base is loaded. There's the ult trying to be put down on top of there, and it does. Just very soon to come. There it is instantly for Hiko.
It's the cheeky spot for the lockdown. Still manages to be destroyed. Now, of course, the push starts to come through. Steel with 1, Ethan with another, Nitro with the 3rd. It's coming up huge. Still, the 2v2. Mikael and Gima, they'll take him apart. But do you have enough time to defuse? It's going to be close. I think he should be okay. That's round number 6. 6 in a row for GENG. This is turning up to be a stomp.
We saw very similar stuff from 100 Thieves in a number of their different matches. A streak to start things off. Don't think we've seen a 6-0. Except maybe against T1 on that Icebox match. So strong for GENG so far. Everything they do, they have a response. Hiko responding with a ults to cancel the lockdown, but instantly gets counter ulted. Didn't find much, but 100 Thieves didn't quite have the space yet. Slow orb, no paint shell follow up for Asuna. Wins this actually sitting in it. That might catch him by surprise. Nitro might actually swing through this. No, he's up in the smoke, so everything is chilling. Meanwhile, the rest of this play still has got mid control, at least the bottom mid, with Ethan smoking it.
Oh,
Nice swing from Asuna. That's the one wine player they had. Space, and I'm surprised to see Win in there. No tailwind available to get out of that situation.
Not to mention Mikael wasn't quite there to help him out. There is a trade across the map. Gusta take down Steel. The Owl drone into sight. Smoke back down for Guimont. Tries to delay them for the most part. The showstopper will find its mark onto Mikael, but still the TP up. Guimont's there to find the frag of the players pushing on through. Still the spike needs to be picked up, and now it's Hiko's job. Usually playing off site, he'll come in and plant. Now the retake for GENG.
Kusa finds the back of Ethan. Nico's still down below playing with Asuna. They're gonna have to go deep underneath in dark. All three players above. I like that from Timon. TPing on top of the generator, but Asuna possibly for the ace. No, he fails to get Sean, and that's the 7th now for GENG. And this isn't like, this is good rounds from 100 Thieves, good looks. They have opportunities to win these rounds, but GENG has, I don't know how they had their read that time for Kusa to just push down mid and take out steal. I think because they saw a lot of information towards A at the beginning. Quinn had A main control. They end up fighting him, and at that time, the smoke fades in mid, and they know for sure it's either going to be Ethan or Steel lurking in middle. Kusa regaining that control, and once again, they have the information that the hit is about to come. So they're able to be prepared.
I mean, despite Steel being a team player, statistically, you can't fit on your fingers how many times he's on the lurk. Steel is always looking for an opportunity to get some space elsewhere, and unfortunately for GENG, that's denied. Another gun round on the precipice here. Economy will be broken for the round to follow. Will GENG continue this intense momentum? That slow orb once again, not allow the push in. Conditioning will continue. Look at this, a push up from Win. He's moving up so close down Cat. He is supported here by Sean. He's got to angle the tiles, and now Tailwind to safety. Nitro not expecting it. That's the raid boss down.
Some context right now. GENG is 38% win rate on this map, compared to a very, very solid win rate of 82% for 100 Thieves in 2021. Right now, it looks like that situation is completely reversed. GENG must have done a lot of studying right now because the stats are absolutely lying to us. Early pick on a Nitro who had Resurrect available too. Maybe he got that as he died. In either case, Swarm Grenade put down for Kusa. It feels like they feel the push coming in soon. Smoke down on Market, flashed out as well. Instant Nano Swarm, and yeah, once again, they're isolating the fight. GMD with a paranoia as well as they swing on the stairs. Sean too. It's beautiful. Every round red, it feels like from GENG right now. Flawless.
And it started early on with a pick onto Nitro. They smoked off Deep Cat to allow Sean and Win to get that space early. I think there was a counter smoke from Ethan. Get a smoke down right in the middle so that, you know, maybe somebody wouldn't push up confidently. But this pick onto Nitro is really just the start of a calculated round. The Nano Swarms are really the icing on the cake. And you had players in market able to anticipate the play. The counterbalance of aggression or a lot of that mid positioning from GENG allowed them to identify, is it B, is it A? Nitro's B. Let's get prepared and get those players prepared with the market swing.
As these rounds get even more one-sided for GENG, that's when snowballs really start to happen. When the rounds are close, 100 Thieves still collecting ult orbs left and right, things can still swing. But right now, economy in tatters, of course. Ult economy in tatters as well. We saw one round where basically all 5 members had it. All 10 members had it in that 4th round or 5th round. Since then, really, they haven't been able to find much more. Big mid presence this time. Nothing sneaky going on from GENG. No win push. That space taken. Could take space now on B main and A main, but no. Wynn's got the op. Kusa pushing down mid once again. He's left by himself. No escape here for Kusa. But Sean is backing him up top mid, and he starts to fight. You don't want to be fighting the Vandal of Sean long range. Not with just Ferris.
Oh my god!
Come on, man. Those are free.
Holy moly.
It's crazy. Like, they push in the mid there. It looks good. Like, yeah, they get a lot of space. That was kind of one of their issues in the round prior to that. But GENG has a response again. This time, Kusta lurks all the way down, gets as close as possible, and Sean is there to back him up, and they're ready to duel at the long ranges. We're at 9-0. The best that 100 Thieves could do right now is 3 rounds on this half. Yikes.
You know what Twitch chat thinks? They think 67% chance that 100 Thieves will win. Take this map. 33% chance for Gen G. Well, the stats are looking a little rough right now for 100 Thieves. Gen G
Looks
in the
like the win
driver's
rates.
seat. Yeah, exactly. But another round on the precipice, another opportunity for them to continue to push this forward. Early intel towards mid allows Sean to play towards this mid side, and look at all that info. Going towards tiles, angle held by Win. They know it's this A hit. They have a lockdown. Here it comes. They have a Hunter's Fury to respond, but Hiko is slow to get into that position. They will just wait it out instead.
You need to suffer.
Finding the gaps. The hit looked like it was about to be on this A site. So instantly they push mid again because, of course, it's only going to be one. Nobody to back it up. Here we go. Second attempt.
Oh, they separate. That's at least the start there. Thieves, bit by bit, inching close. Still one player towards heaven. And Win's going to be very late to the party. 2v3. John here with the Empress, though, can make matters worse for 100 Thieves. He has to worry about the peak here for Nitro and deal with the player on the jump-up angle. That's Suna. He will find his mark now, Win with the up. 3 HP, though, 1-1. Shot's going to be good onto that player. The boost for Nitro. He's afraid to re-peek. It's an op for crying out loud. Here's the smoke, though, to deny the recombo, but Nitro is quick to act. And the eco-res 100 Thieves put their first round on the board.
Sorely needed that eco res too. His money's gonna hurt the next couple rounds if they want to bring back the next 2. They need that on their side. Good round from 100 Thieves. Finally cracking this A site. When not quick enough with the cloud bursts. If he did that, it might have been possible, but still against Hiko and Nitro. Yeah, probably not good chances statistically, but clearly Gen G has their number right now. Towards A. Pushing it off. Okay, Guimond getting a little aggro. Nitro's there. Yeah, he'll win the fight. And Asha's gonna showstop to respond. He gets him in the air anyways. My goodness. Nothing is going their way.
Like, I'm at a loss for words. Like, the amount of fly swatting we've seen today, players getting shot out the air, is insane. I thought that was done with FaZe LG, but no, yeah, here we are. Guimond with the crispy shots in the air still dies to the showstopper, but that's supposed to be a position Asuna succeeds in. We've seen him time and time again. Well, victorious in those positions. Win. Right angle. B main has to swap to the Bladestorm. We saw the anime battle earlier the other day, but he will not take it this time. SK retreats and he will go back towards the B site. He will be back site, and unfortunately they don't have a lot of tools to deal with this lockdown. And that means trouble in paradise for Win.
30 seconds left.
Doesn't have that tailwind either, I think. Dashed away from it, but yep, Hiko takes him out. I thought he was maybe gonna get away in that smoke. Recon bolt out though, and he goes to the smoke. I thought he was just gonna wait for it to spray. Said Sean has to duel against 2. Kusa's here quickly. 13 seconds. They have to put the spike down. That might actually be purchase for them to move up quickly.
One enemy remaining.
That's good for one. Still one more around the bend. It's Sean. They were both incredibly low for 100 Thieves. Ethan was 3. Eco was 40. And Ethan survives with 3 HP. How narrow was that victory for, for Ethan and Hiko? Yet here we sit, the last round of regulation. Hunter's Fury available on the flip side. Empress and Hunter's Fury available as well. Other than that, we will likely not see ultimates come through. Statistically, not likely. So we'll see how they get played around. No lockdown for Hiko to use, so expect him to play off the post plant if he does not fall initially.
Did manage to carry over guns in every single last of these 3 rounds. Still a good chance here for 100 Thieves. Quickly up towards Cat this time, though. Potentially GMD now going to fight. There's a drone. They might actually find Gmon and then push quickly. 100 Fury now on tree. That I was talking about earlier. And they clear it out for now. But Win, nice shot for Asuna. Ethan also trying, but Mikhail is hidden next to the door. Finally, Nitro takes him down. But it's trades all around. GENG find it 10-2. They close out the half.
Ease power, a little bit of a summoning circle during the break. Valorant cult is strong, and we'll see if they're strong enough to close this one out against the 100 Thieves.
All hell tack to bear. GENG. They've done the ritual, and it's working. 10-2. They'll have to close out. 100 Thieves started to get some momentum, but GENG struck back quickly in that final round. Pistol quickly up mid. Similar look that we saw from 100 Thieves.
All is up for Nitro, not allowing this B split. You're seeing a lot of that action towards the mid side, and you're going to see 100 Thieves pinch in on the opposite front as well. Steel and Ethan working down Cat. Nitro with the initial pick, but still now they've managed to make their way onto the B site respectively, and that split is no longer necessary. Now it'll be a 3v4 retake, make it a 2v4. Spike will fall, but 100 Thieves in the driver's seat for the round.
Ethan's here. Gonna regroup with a lot of people. They take all the control possible. Now Kusta and Mikhail left alone in the site.
Oh, it's gonna be close on the default plant. Not quite there though. That's where they're playing towards. Shots are gonna take members dangerously low, but it's down to Mikhail. You can only find one. 100 Thieves salvage the pistol and ball. Boy, did they need it. You lose that one, potentially give GENG the map.
Yeah. So difficult to come down and come back 10 rounds down. That probably would be the situation. Instead, 100 Thieves take it, and in good fashion. They start off with Asuna paint shells down mid, completely shutting down that mid split onto the B side. And then the retake with 4, 2 on each lane, keep them contained inside the site. They re-clear B main easy and fast. And from there, all is easy. Kusta's Nanostorm's not able to delay enough on one side, and the pinch is on. 100 Thieves definitely pulled out a lot of new stuff on this map with their switch to Nitro onto Sage. It's a quick hit for GENG onto this A side. Steals only with the Bucky, and there's not much else. Tries to do the cheeky Nanostorm, but we already know that GENG stole the setups. So we already know that they're prepared. It doesn't matter though, because they don't need the kills necessarily to play a retake.
GENG just want to get the spike down, get some additional credits moving into the next. If they can find some value, they would gladly take it, but Thieves, they're just going to take this one clean and clear. A good bonus for them to follow suit. Usually you'll lose a player or two. They only lose one. They can move forward with their solid bonus. Will they be able to start a similar dominating trend that we saw for the first half? GENG went straight for what, 7, 8 rounds in a row? 400 Thieves managed to put one on the docket. That was quite the performance. We'll see if 100 Thieves have that capability to do it as well.
9-0. It started off. Sheesh. It's going to have to be similar. It will have to be similar. We've seen things like that in the Challengers Tour so far, but it begins here. A good anti-eco gives them the opportunity to bonus. But with that, also potential for them to lose an easy round because they don't have the upgraded weapons. 3 Spectres on the board, and they cannot afford to lose any.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
Nice protocol to clear it. This B main side, Kusta and Sean. Nanoswarm in the corner. That baits out the wall for Nitro. We've seen him tuck himself behind there. There's a slow orb! Oh, Sean's stuck! But the nades are too far. That's an adjustment. Usually it's on top of the box to get the player stuck trying to grab the ult's orb. But instead, they think and they know that GENG is like, okay, we know that they're going to do this. Let's make sure we're ready for it. But they actually weren't for the box. Nothing gained. Imond has a lot of space mid. He's going to smoke over towards the A side, it looks like. Help out players here. Steel's got the angle, though. And, of course, the Bucky.
Oh, that's so frustrating. Every individual watching this right now is malding. Bucky is mald-inducing. Still, or laughing. True, or laughing, too. Steel's definitely laughing. The execute, not going to be quite fun, though. They'll start to push on in. Spike still needs to get planted, but it's the retake for 100 Thieves. All playing towards Garden. Bucky intact. That is a weapon upgrade for Steel. The Bucky's gone. He's got the Phantom now. Contact towards Spawn. Guimon will find one. And they know they're all held up here. Spray's good for Gen G. Down to 2 final players. Nitro with the wrap. Steel. The Heaven hold. It's a 2v3 doable on both fronts. There's the peek forward. Sean with 1 HP. Back up to full. Just down to Steel, who started this round with the initial pick. Now has to bring his team back from the deep, deep depths. Working slowly. Player for Generator, player for Hell. Now another player towards Tree. Steel gonna deal with that player first. It's Sean. Okay, thank you very much. Spray underneath. He will retreat. Keep that weapon moving into the second. Gen G 2 rounds away from closing out map 1.
Ooh, Quinn goes down, actually. Loses his gun. And it was a bonus, don't forget, so not the biggest. I mean, it is a big deal because the lost round is a lost round, but they can buy back into this. It's not like their economy is shot like it would have been if they had lost a lot on that anti-eco. I can't believe Sean won this fight with 1 HP against Nitro. And of course, Reyna devours right back up to almost full HP. Okay, so 100 Thieves reset with full guns this time, still with the saved weapon. How to fight back. Right, shell combination didn't quite work out last time.
I have the spike.
And do it again over towards B main, not swapping it over towards A. And look at this, Sean's already up in mid. They've smoked deep. It's gonna take a while for them to realize. I think now he recognizes, Asuna does, that the smoke is there as he rotates into spawn. And they're gonna push all the way through this. This is dangerous. A drone through market. They're not gonna get the information. They're gonna look the other way. The pinch is on.
Suna anticipating some of that early aggression towards mid. We'll find a player. Nitro with another one, but it's up to this flank. They need one, find one, but unfortunately it's not the trigger. Discipline, quick trade for trade. Asuna on the chase will find Sean. Down a win. 1v3. 100 Thieves are on track to secure another round, but a 1v3 is very doable for Win if you can find some individual 1v1s.
What an idea there for Gen G to just walk up through the smoke knowing that Asuna is going to play passive over towards the B side. But the execution not quite there. Trigger discipline. They could have taken out both Eco and Nitro from the back without them realizing, but Nitro turns. Now it's an awkward situation, and 100 Thieves are able probably to recoup this round, and they know he's going over towards A, but still trying to get aggressive, trying to find a little bit more. Windows not broken though, an alarm bot too.
Oh, close.
Traded.
They were almost lined up there for a moment. That was very possible. If, at least from my perspective, it looked like they were lined up. It was a moment that Win could have brought it down to a 1v1 win against Suna. But alas, 100 Thieves of the round. Gen G on the eco. Momentum continues to build. Not as dominant as the 9-0 start from Gen G, but slow and steady can definitely win the race here for 100 Thieves on a map pick here for Gen G. Not a map pick for 100 Thieves. Map pick for Gen G.
Scanning ahead.
Well, they can afford 4 rounds to 1, essentially. 100 Thieves can. Actually, they can only afford 1. But it starts off good. Starts off strong. Peek off the cat. Steel's there to spray through. Boombot to follow up. Hoon has to dash away. Looks clean. And I have to say, the rounds that they've won, minus the one they lost, all of them have looked very good, very convincing for 100 Thieves, unlike what we saw from the start of that Gen G dominance, even though it was a 9-0. Those were close rounds. Eventually, it ended up being flawless, but at the beginning, wasn't so much so.
I think one of the big key details here for 100 Thieves, and I think what might continue to build on their success, is this pesky wall for B main. Doesn't allow the mid split, despite the pressure that Sean and Guimon are capable of finding them. So they were in spawn the other round and still couldn't close that one out. That split is so difficult to deal with because that wall goes up. What are you gonna do after that? You're gonna reveal your position. You're gonna take it down. That might be a great way to start, but that wall is going up every round. Guess what? Nitro's here. He's prepared. Slow orb first to start. He's been doing such a great job of delaying any B main presence. And that leaves Gen G in a little bit of an uncomfortable position for especially rounds like this. There's the wall. Now they can't do the split for
have the
quite
spike.
some time, but they will take it down. Adaptation.
You should
You
run.
gotta start doing that every single round. Lockdown available. Nitro's actually gonna fight back in mid. This was a lot what GENG was doing, but he's gonna ult away. Did he take damage from that boom bot? I'm not quite sure. I don't think so. Quinn's still in mid. That's a big flank. That could be dangerous. Meanwhile, they've got sight control, and yes, Steel is gonna fall. Asa's gonna fight back that spike. They don't get it in the sight, so it's okay for now.
Oh, but that's going to be a close player. Sean waiting on the opposite side of the smoke. Nitro still with the flank, and they'll take them apart bit by bit. Two players remain. Gimon not enough despite teleporting back to site. And Kusta in a little bit of awkward scenario. Spike will still get planted and still will get diffused. 100 Thieves put another one on the board. Still 4 to go. Still 4 to close things up, tie things back up. And despite that dominant performance, GENG don't look so scary when the gap is starting to close.
And again, a clean round for 100 Thieves. Yes, it did get very, very awkward, especially after they pushed mid and Steel ends up falling to win on the lurk. But the Res brings it back, and they were up 4-1, 4-0 at the end of that round. 4 people up. Almost flawless, in a sense. So 11-7 gap brought down to 4. And GENG not quite finding much still. It's going to be a half buy here. Phantom in the rounds. Slow orb down and still not pressuring the wall every round. They're also not switching Nitro over towards A, which we saw a lot. Steel's going to take a peek down A main. Spots Sean and falls off. Not want to risk the possibility of losing his life, but he does spot that there are people outside of A main at the same time as people inside of mid.
Another big key is Asuna playing towards this mid side. He will have to fall back because when getting a lot of presence towards this heaven side, Ethan will send him down. Asuna will help deny entry towards that heaven side. Still the action continues to develop. Boil and bubble and Steel with the 3K. Another round. That was the eco for GENG. This is the upcoming round though, around the bend. This one right here. GENG either bounce back, another round to take for theirs, or 100 Thieves will once again just continue the momentum.
Yeah, they look rigid right now. They look very rigid in the ways, and they're going to continue to do so. I think when they really start to get rolling, when they realize that GENG is not quite yet adapting how they potentially should, everything stays standard. Asuna, Nitro, and Hiko start off towards that B main. We do have a tack pause finally for GENG. How to figure this out? It's already been too much, right? Given the fact that this was a 10-2 half to start things off, it's already been too much.
Think about how this map has unfolded for GENG. 100 Thieves haven't changed anything. Steel hasn't gone B, Nitro hasn't gone A. Asuna's controlling mid. Got Ethan and Hiko playing B or A. They are the rotators. They are the X factor that continues to change round by round, but still the main bread and butter remains for 100 Thieves. Got Steel on A, Nitro on B, and that controls how the map is played. Nitro controlling B main. Asuna will hold mid so that Nitro can play the B main a little bit aggressively, can swing the orb, whatever, and Steel will hold things down with the swarms over towards A. It's consistent and it's unwavering.
I think after we deal with this wall over towards B, idea might be for GENG to go back to what almost worked, which was pushing up mid, getting some split done, potentially pushing even into spawn, but 100 Thieves has responded since then. They've kept their players more over towards the mid area rather than centered over in B. Hiko's now jump spotting that, so maybe that'll get shut down too, especially with Asuna deep inside a market. They can get a crossfire down. There's a smoke up top mid though.
Out of charges.
And they don't have information. No drone available for even a little bit more. This is going to be a dart that Hiko should spot. That coming that late, actually. Okay, there's a dart for Hiko. So he already knows the situation. He knows, especially with the smoke fading. I was going to say that dart coming so late actually might tip them off that it's not going to happen. It's going to be a flash through onto tree, and that's where they're going to explode. Meanwhile, Kusta is so far over towards B right now, and the wall is gone.
He's looking for the flank. Any players that are going to fast rotate to A, he's going to try to be the X factor. He's over towards the log side. As soon as departing, let's pay attention to the action on site while Kusta's developing the flank. Still,
Scanning ahead.
things have subsided. Kusta does find Nitro. The hit is as anticipatory as it was. The time is ticking. They need to get involved. That spike carrier down the trade. Still the action from the top side. Asuna now with the showstopper. It's gone. Kimon saves the day. Now just down to Hiko. 1v2. Everyone is injured. Shock Dart comes through. That's the flick. It's almost good enough, but Mikael from the generator will bring GENG to match point.
Match point.
The 4 rounds that are over, 100 Thieves, that was basically what they needed. Now they need to respond with another 4 rounds, and they can do it. Jack to bear on the wall, GENG maybe losing a little bit of his power. But a well-executed push through tree, a great flank from Kusta to break down some of the cheating that even GENG was doing on towards that A side on their defense half. This time a little bit too much to deal with. No Nitro on that retake. Since he was taken down early, I love it. Here it is, the wall. We saw this one time for Nitro previously in mid, right at Pizza. Gets the operator online, can peek all the way down to top mid.
This is a
A
change.
little risky now.
It's a change. They know that the wall's not be main. How do they play off this?
They don't know. That's the thing, right? They don't know. So Nitro's able to find one. Now they know for sure, though. Right? The wall could have been being placed right now. Instead, Asuna and Steel has his setup here. So he'll know and they can play off of the turret. Quinn's got a lot of control. They're going to push out.
Oh, this is going to be close. They have both anchors here, Steel and Nitro. Asuna as well. They are all going to take them apart bit by bit, shot by shot. The B main push gets stuffed completely. Wow. It's a flawless 400 Thieves, and they are 3 away from tying us up.
And out of the timeout, they switch things up just slightly, and they earn an advantage. Nitro bringing out the operator. GENG was like, hold on, 100 Thieves ops? They have an opera on their team? That's the thing? Okay. Out of the timeout where GENG's like, okay, we've got to break down this wall at B main. We have to every single time. If it's down, we have to fight it. Because otherwise they gain too much information for too long. Instead, 100 Thieves switches things up and goes right back to where they were at before, except Hiko this time over towards A main. There's an eco for GENG. There's the dart. Careful with this. If they got tagged, that would have been an ult. Maybe take them all down. Steel's going to play aggressively with the nano form. Doesn't miss. Doesn't hit, though, and Hiko swings with him. Get the man advantage.
Doc Dart, you're looking for a tag. Win just barely limbos underneath it. Still takes 33 damage. Now the tight angle through the dice. About the Owl Drone, still a great position here. Now Steel a little bit off site. He's got that turret towards mid, and he can play towards tree and allow that turret to gather intel for Asuna and Nitro. Play a little bit passively this time. Still, GENG are waiting to explode.
This is just taking a little bit of a breather. Fanning himself. Hiko still has ult. Jump spotting A
30
main.
seconds left.
Ethan potentially going to have a smoke coming up soon if GENG don't strike. There it is. Shock Dart going to be pushed out. With some damage. Yep, and Steel's on the crossfire as well. No information on the rest of the map, and 100 Thieves reads it. Boom. Everything gone. They're now within 2.
That is quite the comeback, but you know, a tale of two halves. The momentum shifts, the momentum changes. GENG had a couple of moments of success on this half so far, but all they need is one. The eco you just witnessed. Here comes their gun round. And that last round will likely be a little bit of an awkward buy. Softer one, as they won't really have quite the credits to bring them back. 2 players are down to 0, so this round has to count for them to close things out, or else it'll be a little more difficult in the round to follow. Ultimate's available for GENG, Hunter's Fury, Empress. Tight angle here for Nitro. He might be considering the boost. He does have the op, won't be playing with it up on the boost.
Wow, what? He survives? I can't believe Kusta lives there. The slow orb nade combination was perfectly on top of it, felt like. Maybe slightly popped a little too early.
You should run.
His low HP is going to be a lockdown spent, but that's not the push just yet. They could obviously come over and come back. Wall is broken.
Wow.
Did you just satchel? Did he
Yes.
Oh my god.
He's got a lineup for that. Oh, window. Doesn't matter about the lineup, the spray. Almost loses it though, but GENG are starting to funnel in. Shot's gonna be good for 1-1 around the generator. Steal! It's good. Nitro for the final. We're one away to take us to OT.
And it looks like economy is going to be shot for GENG. A shambles by in the last round. 100 Thieves. They're so close. GENG just not quite finding anything. There's the replay. Satchel to break the lockdown. That's definitely something that's been theorized, especially with all the shock dart plays that have come out. But there you go. Everything prepared. Asana's got it.
Every 8-year-old is Googling satchel lineups this very second.
Yeah. Average Jonas has another job. Low orb and paint shells again. Careful, guys. You know it's coming. Doesn't actually connect again. This time, no damage. Oh, actually, Kusta's very low once again, so maybe it did. Either case, Hiko, a lot of information down mid. I think he just spotted them hiding outside of Sub Rosa. That's Mikhail and GMD. Nitro's been working with the op. I like this. Asana playing close. They've got the safety of the wall. They know they can't peek over unless it was Quinn jumping over with knives or something. He walks into market anyway, so they've got a great crossfire from stairs. How do they handle if they come out of B main after this wall falls, though?
That's what they're waiting for. Now the wall's gone. Smoke off, but it's not the correct smoke. Still, this op has an angle. They'll push in. Shot's gonna be good on to win, but it's not enough to take him down. The swap to the frenzy. The blades are good, but it's the damage from the B main push. The spike is down. Ethan TP's to cave, and it's down to the 2v3. Mikhail alongside Kusta. They're pushing back. Ethan's already there, ready for the spray through. It's just down to Mikhail. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to OT.
Switching
A
sides.
10-2 comeback to bring it to overtime for 100 Thieves in map number 1. It started off, you know, not necessarily the most exciting game, but boy, have we gotten ourselves one after all. 12-12 closes things out. We got our first OT on the board. 100 Thieves goes back the attacking side, and GENG will defend. Is there anything new here, though, for 100 Thieves? Because GENG looked dominant. The issue, though, for them now is they've just gotten stomped on the other side. 100 Thieves recovered. Can GENG recover from that mental destruction?
Malding, if you will. Well, we know how each half goes, right? GENG very comfortable on this defensive front. 100 Thieves managed to come out with this one. Could be very challenging for GENG to break through on the flip side. So very crucial round for them as we go back and forth on this overtime special. If you're new to overtime, every player gets 5,000 credits. Their ultimate charges go up to half. There's not going to be an eco whatsoever. You can buy the op if you want, but you won't really have credits for anything else.
So still playing over towards Sub Rosa. Satchel across, that's to clear, and nades to use wine. Kyle clears close mid. That's sometimes been a trigger for them to push down mid. Look at this. 3 players, yeah, they're gonna challenge steal. That's happened every time for GENG almost. Every time they read something like this coming. Now the hit is stifled slightly, and they're gonna stack over towards 4 players here waiting outside of the smokes.
Doors closed though, or sorry, rather already destroyed. Oh, Ethan just barely dodges underneath the dice. Hiko with a great opening pick, but Win finally finds some value. Still not down, he's low on HP. Sooner will take him down, all up to Sean in the 1v1, and guess who you're up against? It's Hiko. Spike is planted. He's got the Hunter's Fury. Somehow managed to bring it up. Owl Drone to clear things out. Sean's gonna push him. There's the tag, it's coming close, but he's ready. He's prepared, playing the tight angle. Sean knows exactly where he is, and that's the initial overtime round for GENG.
100 Thieves almost cracked that attack. but Gen G, once again, they continuously push down mid, coordinated to take down one. It's either Ethan or Steel today. It's been mostly
Switching
Steel.
sides.
Right here.
So Gen G stay strong and hold on to their defensive side. 100 Thieves now back to where they started the comeback. It could be over after this round. All you got to do is win by 2. Basically playing 1 round halves over and over and over. Here we go. It's been the same story over and over for 100 Thieves on this half. All up towards B. There's no operator online now for Nitro. Try the slow orb paint shells combination. Same thing for Gen G. They're trying to crack it in similar fashions over at that B main side. They pushed in through A. That's been basically the success that they've found. Potentially a mid push as well. The smoke up top. Eco's clearing it though. Also spots one up mid. There's nothing. So
Paint
slow.
shells didn't come out for Asuna. Paint shells? So they don't know that he's playing here. I mean, it could be safe to assume, but he's playing very passive around this tight back, spawn area closer towards the site.
Oh, one of the things that actually might be an adjustment. Number one, this wall is coming down later and later in the round as time goes on. Then, secondly, the fact that they're working mid, GMD might only have one smoke on the execute towards B when they decide to come over here. And they've been opting to use it towards market. So Asta may be reeling that out, but he's pushed down into stairs now. And the paint shells are saved, potentially a slow orb too. Especially if they hear anything. Yep, here it comes. Slow down, Sean gets through, paint shells at the same time. That splits everything up.
Yeah, Sean, though, he's leading the charge. If he can find a couple of picks, he's in a great position. There's a player behind you. It's Eco. You don't need him. Still, 4 players remain. They're starting to push forward. Nitro with 1, playing close towards the default site, but it's 2v3. Spike now being planted. It's a little bit of a tighter spot. Eco with the spray. It still goes through. Now down to win. He's got to run and rush over towards the site, but he goes in a great spot. Now he's going to be smoked off. He's going to be paranoid as well. And that is going to be the round. For 100 Thieves, we go back again, Bala.
We go again.
Switching sides. Overtime.
Second OT now. 100 Thieves has to maybe. That was very close last time on the attempt, but Gen G claws on and holds on. That defensive round was clinical for 100 Thieves. Gen G definitely have to, especially if they win this next run and go up. Have to figure something else out. Have to force that wall out early. Instead of playing towards the backside of B main, so that they can work whatever they want rather than being forced into a specific play. The longer they get stuck waiting for that wall to come out, the harder it'll be. In any case, 100 Thieves is on attack this time. No Sage on the defense. A hit almost worked last time. It was so close. Potential for them to go right back forward again.
One of the consistent things from Gen G's defense is they've been shock darting close by that bicycle on the jump up towards this A lobby side, and it puts Win playing a tighter angle through A main, and they've been doing that shock dart without fail, but this time it's Guimon here. Win towards the mid side. One-way smoke back up. He's still interested in challenging this through the one-way. Nitro comes out on top. Now just down to Mikael and Win towards this A site.
It's a battle Sage. Nitro's really starting to fall into that role. Or picked up as well, I believe, for Hiko. Last round, he almost had the Hunter's Fury up. See if he can find it again this time. Not necessarily going to happen in OT, but it can.
Oh.
Paint shell deep. That's Asta pushing through tree. He's got so much space, but they lose Nitro anyways.
Oh.
Hiko finds him too. Asta's up top. Yes! And they don't clear it. Mikhail falls, and Sean left in a 1 versus 4 on the attacking side.
What a masterful round for 100 Thieves. They start with that owl drone. We might have to put things... never mind. Psych. That round's over. But they start with the owl drone. As soon as up cat, they give up, or they don't really fight for that mid control. But the moment that the drone spots Hiko, paint shells to follow up, and Asuna goes deep with the blast back. He chases him down. Despite managing to escape, Hiko breaks the window early every round, so he's in a great position to get on up be in position for a flank. Hiko's down, Sean's down. That's the round.
And notably, too, Steel inside of mid that time won his fight against, I believe it was Kusta pushing down mid. So that battle that's been going on every single time where 100 Thieves has been losing it finally goes their way, and so does the round. Potential now for the match to go their way, too, if they continue their success of the defensive side. GENG, though, a different approach, quick up mid. This is what I was talking about. The one round, they almost walked all the way through. Not going to do it this time, but they have space in market. Asena's playing at that switch area. On top of the table, he has to escape. Not going to put the door down either. Wall goes up early because he has to try to fight back with Asena. All of a sudden, they've got control in the round. They're going to fight back in mid, though. 4 people here. They might push through the smoke.
Yeah, there's a 4v4, and the initial pick goes for Hiko. That's Sean down, a crucial piece of the puzzle. They will rush over towards A. Through the tree room, turret's gone. Ethan's playing the pest. Shot's gonna be good onto the first. Gonna start to think about dropping down. Can't think fast enough. Wins quick on the jump, finds the frag. Steal from range. Kusta with the refrag down to the 3v3. Things slow down. As soon as in trouble, he's gone and down for the count. Down to Nitro and Hiko. But if there's anyone I want in this position, it's the both of them. Nitro with the first initial swing. Hiko coming in from the flank. They'll put up those nano swarms. They'll be taken down. Nitro anticipating a potential tree flank, but he's gonna join Hiko on the push. Wow, a lockdown comes through. That is so scary for 100 Thieves. That's put GENG in a great position. Slow down, waiting for that lockdown to subside. Hiko and Nitro. Players in hell, one close generator. Still, now, one comes easy for Kimo, but it's all down to Hiko. The clip! No, not the clip.
Not enough time to push that one. Lockdown comes in clutch. Kusta with a couple. And there you go. We go again. Third overtime. In a ridiculous game. Honestly, for both sides. Overall, what a beautiful double swing there. To take out the one player through tree, through the door. Absolutely ridiculous. And then, yeah, Kusta popping the lockdown. 2 kills. He got an orb as well. Hiko coming in with the flank, and they knew because they did not have the space that that was a possibility, and they're ready for it. 100 Thieves back to the attack. Every time it's been an improvement. Let's see if GENG can improve on their own.
Door is broken. Standard stuff. There was an early recon bolt towards mid. Wind takes care of it, so info will not be gathered, rather that there is just maybe potentially one player there.
They're going to go through. Asena's just going to go through.
Smoked. They don't need the wall. Paranoia for generator. They could take this. Easy peasy. But they're still hesitant. Slow orb towards heaven. That'll make things a little bit easier. They will have complete control. A 5v5 retake with Steel and Kusta once again battling for flank.
Kyle says cat control, so you're not fighting just yet. Spike just now getting planted by Hiko.
Spike planted.
Potentially might fall all the way back to main. Nitro's up on a wall in that case. And this is definitely nice. Steel has to defend the flank here from Kusta, and it's not going to be coming.
Smoke comes down. Here comes the push back, the retake. Nitro's in a great spot. The swing wins right beside you, but it's a quick hit down to the 2v2. He goes in trouble. The spray is going to find at least one. Steel versus Sean. The spike is sticking. He spots him. He sprays him. He finds him. Around for 100 Thieves.
And what a play there from so many. Steel just in time to get back with the nano swarms and really cement that round. Hiko down in dark does his job, gets the one. Almost got the second. Nitro as well on top of that wall, all the way back, not walling himself off, notably, which is a lot of times what happens. Gives Steel the opportunity to come through. Back to defense we go for 100 Thieves. GENG might try again. The strike. Advantage 100 Thieves for the second time now.
Standing ahead.
Last time this came, GENG pushed up into mid very quickly. And it worked out. A great effect.
This time back to basics though. Asuna towards mid and he loses a crucial duel. He was winning those and a shock dart kill out to Steel. Playing by the dog. Off the leash it goes. 3 players remaining now for 100 Thieves. Nitro with 1 to answer back, but has to retreat back to safety as he takes too much damage. 3 players remain. Ethan in a little bit of a tougher spot. There's the TP. He'll be safe for now, but Guimon is on the hunt. There's still the tailwind on the site itself. The crossfire is masterful. Pico now has the due diligence. Does he find the frags necessary? He's back and safe. 2v4, difficult position to be in, especially with Kusta now on the flank.
Spike planted.
Nitro crouching all the way out. They got to tag Tico and Nitro once again. Shock dart. Not too much damage.
One enemy remains.
With the up trap at the flank. It's too strong. Kusta's there. Hiko falls. Nitro falls. And we go quadruple this time. It feels like both sides have all of a sudden figured something out on the attack because 2 times in a row, attack wins in overtime. Rather than the 10 rounds in a row, 10 rounds basically that both sides got on in regulation on defense. Attack looks all of a sudden like the stronger half of these guys.
So you think that this... Oh no, the ritual, it's over, it's done, GENG, they're about to win, the ritual's done. Tactibearus out, sacrificed to the Valorant gods. Now once more, Kusta in a little bit of a tougher spot. A little bit of a different look here. Once again, that slow orb outside the arches, but there's a counter slow orb. Or not for GENG, that was a Nitro slow orb. Thinking that they maybe pushed up aggressively and got into that cubby, they cleared it out. Now it's back to basics.
Ooh, the wall. They tried this one time. It didn't quite work out. Kusta's really, really close, so it's not going to work again, and they know what's happening. GENG responded greatly last time. They're going to take the peaks, though, off the stairs. I don't know if that's the play. Nitro finds 2, and they've opened up the B site. Is there a smoke for spawn? No, not just yet, but it doesn't matter. Asna's still up on top. They're going to close the switch and maybe close the round out. Just 2 left. Nico swings on them. Nitro for more. Wynn's actually gotten it. And he gets away, but only 1 HP.
Yeah, but the spike's on A. Despite the quick hit onto B, they did the do-si-do. And that's a cheeky little nano swarm as well. If Wynn still manages to somehow pull this off, he doesn't have a lot of HP. Got 1 HP. He brings this out. He will bring pride and glory to GENG. This would be
those nano swarms are impossible to deal with. I mean, unless he randomly one taps and finds steal first, I don't see a possibility here.
Yeah,
That's too good.
Listen, when you're doing the Tactibear ritual, it doesn't always mean that you're going to get the good graces. You know, you might have given that favor to the turret by accident.
What a round for 100 Thieves. Full fake. And they fight. That's why you see them continue to fight, by the way, there, because they know it's a fake. They want to take down as many of them as they can, no matter how many of their bodies fall. 100 Thieves advantage again on the attack this time. They start and play defense. They've got to close out. GENG more towards A this time, not dealing with that wall whatsoever. That means no switching here. Nice tag, though, and that's a great start. Steel and Hiko combined to get a tag through the cat smoke, and they're hitting A, though.
This is a tough spot to be in. Another shot for Ethan. They're holding down the site. Still 3 players remain. They managed to make their way in. Nano swarms galore, but still no members of 100 Thieves on the site. They're going to work their way in the retake. Blast pack for Asuna. Doesn't find anybody. Look at this jump up angle for Sean. They're just trying to get a couple of tags. Owl drone comes through. Here comes the Lear. Frag onto Asuna. Now a 3v4, a little bit more doable for GENG, but the angle's tight for Steel. Shot's gonna try to be good. Good onto 1, good onto 2. There's one more by Generator. It's Nitro. 100 Thieves close out map number 1.
After being down 10-2 in regulation, 103 Thieves falls back and steal the game away from GENG. Wow, what a game. And we get to go into map 2 wondering what else are these guys going to show us, because that was a masterclass on both sides. Both teams put on a show.
Didn't. 100 Thieves clawed back a standard default, and now we're here. Their map pick, their turf. Let's get the pistol underway.
Select. Nothing crazy out of GENG just yet. We expect the breach out of Nitro. We definitely Hiko is the biggest troll on Agent Select. Outside of like Shot Up, it's him and Shot Up. Just never trust. Okay, Phoenix out for Sean. Normal as well. So, will this experiment, the one duelist for 100 Thieves, start to pay dividends? They lost against NRG on this map, but ended up taking out their next opponent very nicely. Remember, it was Steel up in heaven over and over on that defensive side. The things they were doing also with Nitro ending up peeking down long C in so many different situations. They start an attack though, where 100 Thieves have unlocked some sort of conditioning, absolute clinic on it and conditioning in terms of like him fault lining early at the beginning of every single round, the way that they can refight through mid, the way that they can take garage control very, very fast. There's a lot of possibilities for 100 Thieves, much, much more now that there's time given to.
On the flip front, we have Gen G here with everything locked in.
The flip front?
Flip front, exactly. And on that front, Sean and Win. They will have an operator. They will have the ability to peek and tailwind out or use curveballs and the run it backs to get space. How will that affect the difference in agent selection? It's 100 Thieves. You have a raise, got a breach. And it's quite different for Gen G, and it's going to be a different play style as well.
As we head into map 2, just around beginning, a reminder of the stats for this map. 100 Thieves, 80% win rate. Gen G, 77%. So much more evenly mapped. It's a quick approach. Paranoia out. Win is going to push. Steel's got the cage ready, though, and he's going to fight, but he loses against Win.
Win's been winning those duels consistently, but it's a fast rotate for 100 Thieves, moving on towards the C site. Gonna smoke off the back angle, get that spike planted. Hiko playing off site, and Gen G are going to group up and rotate through attacker spawn. They're gonna clear all the angles, make sure that nobody's out of position. Sean and Win pushing back in from the opposite front.
Yeah, long C flank, that's gonna come fast. Hiko has to fight it and win it, otherwise they're gonna be pinched on the site, and he's gonna give it up. They've not planted for spawn either, so they can't retake space. Could be a drone and shock darts to push. This is the space that they're taking though, and Ethan wins the fight. Maybe on 2. No,
Whoa.
Crash away, but Asuna wins it.
Yeah, that was close. Still Hiko back here. The updraft over is going to distract him. The action continues. Nitro all on his lonesome. They're all low, and he's got 100 HP. The hot hands will make it a little bit more difficult. They are starting to defuse. Nitro will not be able to get there in time. The crutch of that round was the C-long flank from Gen G. Despite the action in the garage, it didn't matter. Win and Sean are able to pinch them in and secure that one deep.
I'm surprised that it felt like 100 Thieves got caught by surprise on that long C flank. Hiko obviously was ready and knew it was a possibility, but the rest of the round was just not ready. The rest of the map was not ready for them to have that possibility.
Right here.
So lost in the pistol round. Gen G starts off strong. They make a gamble to push up towards A. Force 100 Thieves over towards C, and the retake is good.
Couple of tags. 100 Thieves pushing through sewers. Around like this, they just want to get the spike down. They'll rush through if they have to. Smoke for heaven, and still 3 players strong here for Gen G. They are not willing to give this up so easily. Sean in trouble though as he gets flashed, flash after flash after flash. Does get overwhelmed. 4v4, a weapon upgrade for the members down long. Look at the control from Steel. He's so deep, and they could just rotate back to C.
Yeah, he's gotten past the trap bars of Kusta as well. Asuna's going to have to fight. He's left alone. They're going to come back down. Actually, there's going to be a trade to swing from 2. Only classic Mikhail has the Spectre. Steel does get something, so potentially some room to work with, especially if Hiko's able to win this fight. What?
Wow.
Last player standing.
Hiko got one too, so it's a 1 versus 1. Camera
be
as well
tough.
for Steel. This is possible to spot where he's at. No.
30 seconds left.
Yeah. That camera was out a little bit further. He might have been able to spot Win, and that would have been nice. But good repositioning from Win after the battle down in sewers. To get back on the site, past where Steel's line of sight possibly was going to be good timing.
You know, if I'm Gen G, despite that round going quite close, they don't have enough to convert onto this bonus. The damage has been done exceptionally well by 100 Thieves, but I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, how do I control this uncaged beast? Steel consistently looking for flank opportunities.
Scanning ahead.
That can turn rounds completely on their head. You saw that here, Sean. Caught by the flash. Still the push comes forward. Gimon on the front. Oh my goodness, does get traded. Now they'll just back away. The trade is good enough. The 2-for-1 special. They'll go to C.
Two flash is still available. They're not going to take that garage control, but still will alert. Side of garage. Gives up his position, makes noise, and is going to back out. Kusta's going to try to fight, though. And Huynn's on the flank as well, so Steel's kind of caught in an awkward position. Thankfully, the rest of 100 Thieves will get to C-side.
Needs to be careful. Win with the Blade Storm. This could be dangerous. Does avoid the battle for the most part. Vandal here available as he does find that upgrade down long. Eco caught in a little bit of a tougher spot. Do I help my team? Do I help Steel? What do I do? Back and forth he goes. The recon bolt was there to help, but still not going to be enough. The cage is going to be decent enough. The action on the site itself. Ethan comes up huge. And now it's just down to Win. 1v2. He's got to rotate over towards that spike, and 100 Thieves are prepared for the defense spawn treat.
I'm ticking. Gonna be a chance. Seiko does peek eventually. That's gonna be the cue for Huynh to probably fall off of this. No, he's gonna actually force them to come back. Not even sure if they had time. In any case, they might fall because of that. Nitro, or sorry, Ethan, nope, does not escape. So they make it expensive. And if I saw correctly, yeah, GENG didn't actually buy into that round. So they have plenty of money to actually make this a gun round now. There's a couple of different things bought. Blade Storm from Huynh. Now they've got weapons all across the board. Not typical you see a situation where they don't buy fully after winning the second round, but it was expensive. Remember Steel's flank.
Even for Win, it's a game of inches. Even if you can get one more player, who will gladly do so to take that advantage. Win. Walking up with the up. Ethan on the opposite side. The jump peak will be able to avoid the shot for now. Win looking to get to safety. Puts up the Venn diagram and he will back away. The spray from Kusta to give him safe passage. But now paying attention towards this A side. Sean's going to get to safety too.
Bought out for Asuna. It's going to be it. Rolling Thunder. They're up in the sky. Nitro's connected with one. Steel is pushing on the site, but he's full blind. A couple flashes used from Sean, and Mikhail and him combined to lock it down. Last player remaining is Ethan in the 1 versus 4, and he will fall just as his teammates did before. Rolling Thunder used, but not even finding even one more. Good delay from Sean, the double curveball to keep them at bay.
We thought with the setup that they were going to at least be able to break through, but Nitro not clearing that left side and Steel obviously in a little bit of a tougher spot with that curveball coming through. It really made that push really difficult for 100 Thieves. Allowed them, and G specifically, to hold the stock. You know, hold the line, not let that sight hit come through. Now they'll sit 2 up.
Almost. Nice play from Sean and Mikhail. The dart coming through so that he could spam potentially through that cage. That's being thrown every round by Steel. And Sean pushing down Sewers. Ain't shells though for Asuna. He's stuck in the corner. They're going to push him all the way. He's trapped, isolated, boxed in. The flash not in time for Nitro, and they're still going to challenge. Hiko does take them out though. Mikhail now has to fend for himself.
Got the spike.
One upgrade available, I think, or not. Should have been.
Enemy
Definitely.
On there, Owl Drone will spot players down long.
Be an awkward position to ult from though. It's always potential. He could also back up and play retake with shock darts. I believe he still has one more at least. They're gonna drone and push back towards A. No information gathered on the other side of the map. 3 players now here. Nico does get a tag though.
30 seconds left.
And I think, yeah, there goes GMD. He's gone. Mikhail has to continue to lock down the site. Ethan only has a classic though. Yeah. Nico left alone, classic of his own, and we've already gotten Win to swing on the site too. Where's the op? There it is. Looking like this, like so far so good. GENG.
That's how the last map started, though. It was 10-2, and it was the
At
comeback.
least 100 Thieves has one, right? At least they got the one.
It has been awkward buys, though. Second and third round was very harmful on both fronts. One player remaining for that third round. The opposite front for round 2 was quite the same.
Yeah,
the economy's
forcing
been a
those guys
little
to
bit
die.
tough, yeah.
I'll run it back. So powerful on this map. Kusa with the camera tries to peek with it. After Ethan took it out, Austin's gotten a lot of space in the garage as well. Yeah, he's gonna find Kusta. Oh no! What is that smoke? I'm not sure which side threw that.
The ankle one way.
The ankle one way. Ult out as well, but GMD stops him.
Ankle one way, not enough. Shots! Not gonna be good for Win!
I know exactly
Steal!
where you are.
Such a confident duel. 2 players remain for GENG. They can use the run it back for the retake, so technically 3 players remain.
He's so
He
far
does
though.
decide to use it. Yeah, you're right. He's on the A site. Trying to clear that position. Sees one window. Ethan's gone. Guimon now alongside Sean have a great opportunity to turn this round back around.
Here's the run it back. Nitro's gonna flash it off potentially. No, just aftershock. Nobody's peeking. They're both stuck in cubby. That could be a molly. Hawk for Sean before he leaves. Yes! But nobody's there to peek with him. GMD has to swing. Nitro's burning. He's found just a little bit of space. Steel falls too, and this is huge. They've actually found a way to fight back into this.
Yeah, it's huge. There's going to be the recall bolt. Nitro pushes forward. The diffuse is starting to come through. Sean's going to try to delay. It's all down to Hiko. Spray onto one. Still one more. Hiko has to reload the clip. Guimon with the 3K, and it's 4 in the lead for GENG.
The last 2 1 versus 1s have fallen in the same situation. Hiko with just 1 bullet left, not able to challenge. This one. There's a lot of strange fights here. Ethan pushing into garage. I'm not sure how much he needs to actually gather there. If they have the C site and they could back off and play a retake like they did, I don't know. In either case, Sean with the run it back, the molly to start things off. He burns Nitro to about 40 HP from a hot hands. And then he gets another one too to be able to toss in. Sheesh. Quick peek from Win, not finding anything. And might actually get punished for this. He still has a tailwind. Yeah, GMD's there to help as well.
But he's got at least 2 angles that he's used. Now he's got a third. No tailwind available, though. Suna, does he decide to peek? He's got that garage control. And we'll back off. A lot of C presence for GENG this round. Anticipating potential late round lurks. Guimon will take care of Asuna. And now it's a 4v5. Very doable. But the A side is weak. Only Sean here. Mikael not too far off, but still, if they overwhelm, if they control, they can take this site.
That adjustment there, the flashpoint plus deep cage is to clear up in towards the front of A lobby, where we've seen GENG push up into many, many times so far. Not finding anything, they opt to go to B. There's a drone through. GMD doesn't get spotted from it. He gets smoked off. Gonna be the spray through.
Wow.
Yep, he finds Steel. 2 big kills there for GMD. First on Asuna, pushing through the challenge with no flash, nothing.
30 seconds
Takes
left.
him dry and wins.
Wow.
Ult for Mikael too. Round is falling apart. The spike's not even down yet.
So annoying. Everywhere they go, they're dealt with some resistance. They try to go garage, Wins there. They try to go A, cages galore, presence they don't want to deal with it. They try B,
Enemy remaining.
they set things
10
up quite
seconds left.
nicely, and by that time, the flank's already prepared. You've got a player pushes down C long, a player pushing down A long. They just get wrapped around and have nowhere to go. That's 6-1 to move into the latter half of this half. It's a little bit of a tougher economic position for 100 Thieves. We could see another 10-2. It's actually really within the realms of possibility for GENG here.
And the way they're playing so far, yeah. Definitely is. Ideas so far for 100 Thieves have been mostly, Let's get Asuna into garage. And let's fight back on A. Just pistols again. And if they cage and try to push through, which is definitely a possibility, Mikhail might be in for some trouble. Fault line though. Start things off. They're gonna swing. They're gonna swing hard, but Mikhail backs off. And rejoins with Sean down on short. A couple shock darts, but there's an ult. Ethan has spike in heaven. Oh gosh, that could have been dangerous.
It is. How's he gonna drop it down? He's gotta drop it from heaven like an angel. But so far, it's the demons on site taking care of 100 Thieves. Sean does get traded though. Vandal now upgraded for Nitro. Spike officially being planted now. That's half the battle here for 100 Thieves. They've got the control. Go in the post plant. No Hunter's Fury available, but Win finds Ethan trying to rotate to safety. Has the up in hand and has been a problem to deal with, but they'll think about that for rounds to come. Win now pushing forward, leading the charge. Shot's good for Kusta and Guimont. Just down to Hiko. I think for 100 Thieves, they just want to get the spike down. They did so effectively. They got a player down. That's at least all they can take for this round.
Like the idea. They've just pushed down Mikhail very, very, very fast. Could have peeked. They could have actually killed him in that instance. It was very close, but he backs off at the perfect moment and rejoins against Sean. They back up in the sewers, give him the sight, and the retake is good. 7-1. Flashbacks to Ascent right now.
Eyes up.
Have an early shock dart, top of B. That's positioned where GENG is pushing right now. That's a good shock. But it doesn't land, it bounces past them. Wind is already gone. And so is Sean. They could push with grass control, but don't forget the way that 100 Thieves can actually fight back here. Flashpoint available for Nitro. After they do some stuff down C, that might be the key for them to win in this round, if they can get information. They've actually left Sean though, so the players in garage back off because of this drone coming in. Which means that this flank from Sean could be so devastating if they're not careful.
This mid presence is like a phase type beat, you know? Baby Bay up underneath the windowsill, but Suna tries to get the lurk through garage. Guimont's ready for him. Mikhail takes down Hiko. But Steel has managed to gather a lot of space through B, through the link, and guess what? Kusta's in trouble! Oh no, not the knife, just the shot. We'll find the frag, and now in a great position is 100 Thieves to control this site. They've got to deal with Steel up in heaven. We'll see if he drops down. No. Got the cage. He's going to have to hold the angle. Cage down. You might need a little bit of assistance here. There's two players on the opposite side of this cage. Paranoia through, but Win's ready. Close at range. Frag comes through. Here's the rolling thunder. The red carpet's rolled out just for GENG. Paranoia to follow up. Ethan and Nitro. Tough spot after shock to delay the push forward, but they're flashed and Ethan can't convert. One more for Sean. The spray almost good enough. It's Win to pick that one up, clean up the round, and GENG at 8.
Can't believe Steel got all the way up and through there. I would love to have seen his path, but I was not paying attention. I was paying more attention over towards Asuna. The fact that GMD in window and the other player in garage are so aware that Asuna can come up through C and flank into garage, especially after not hearing anything else after the hit originally came onto C. And then they have Steel in the back line somehow is crazy to me. Sean pushing down mid as well. Gets a lot of space, forces no more flanks to be coming. And they're able to retake heaven against Steel. Everything else, another peek out from Win, but that boom bot's not letting him do that, so probably gonna opt to go somewhere else from now.
You know, Win has died out of the 9 rounds twice. He's held on to that op for a very long time. It hasn't been such a glaring problem as 100 Thieves have been lost and getting picked off as they try to enter and breach into sites, but that op could be a problem if 100 Thieves were managing to win some of these initial duels. Like this one here. Suna in a little bit of trouble. Paranoia does make it a little bit more difficult to push him, but the flashpoint from Nitro. Utility from Asuna will find Kusta back plat. Still smokes galore on the site. Mikhail, Guimont playing close. Still going to be a dangerous threat, but now Little Theft comes through. It's the 3v4. Steel with some great shots. Still more to come as he finds another. And
There we go.
Ethan as well. This is a round Under Thieves needed to come back from.
Spike
Plant
planted.
going down, just down to Sean. He's going to be backstabbed here by Nitro. It's a clean round. And they'll finally put one on the board in confidence.
And they finally do something with that garage presence that they've been posting Asuna up on so much. This time pushing through, fighting Kusta, forcing the cages out. And the rest of his team joining in as well. Clearing the back of sight. It works out greatly. GENG still with some nice stuff in that round too. Imond in the front at default, playing his smoke. I love how he gets the first kill and repositions within the smoke, but doesn't go out. Hoping potentially that the random spray from 100 Thieves won't actually catch him. Win, cheeky. It's Ethan on the other side, still by himself through the cage. He tried it. But both Sean and Mikhail there. Win, nice shot. He does get the tag through the wall. Asuna, though, is already in garage. Kusta, he wins it. Neural theft.
Oh, it's just one after another. You'd think after a confident round like that from 100 Thieves, wouldn't be as this confident back the other way, and yet here we are. Win with the angle. Shots good after the tripwire. A flawless for GENG. My goodness. Do we see another 10-2 if we do that? Tactic Bear Curse may have had its effect on us.
Yeah, so it's still pushing through his cage there against both Mikhail and Sean, where Sean has been pushing sewers instead. Does not quite work out. There was their one round where they did all push down in that situation
Let us hunt.
and managed to push Mikhail off the spot, not find the kill, but in any case, another aggressive push down mid. This time Sean with Quinn. They're gonna walk down those shock darts to fight.
Suna in a little bit of trouble here. He's up on the hay bale. He may be the one eating grass. GENG do back away. Don't want to deal with that once more, especially with the Suna on the showstopper. Shots good through the smoke from Ethan. Now a doable round to reclaim some ground from 100 Thieves. Picks are good. They will find what they need. And Steel lurking with the Bucky. He's got to deal with Kusta from range. Can't quite do that on his lonesome. Asuna still waiting for any potential lurks through the doors. Now here comes the hit from 100 Thieves. Like being planted. Kusta is waiting. The trip's underneath. This is a Steel play. Can he find it? Yep, the spray is good. Kusta with the cage down and held the tripwires. It's a cage, it's a trap. Mouse takes it. Still the 3v4 up here for a win. Shot's good for Nitro. He's in a great position. Oh, Nitro.
Man.
He studied biology, he studied chemistry, but he majored in fragonometry.
That's the half. 9-3. They do respond. We're going to a quick break. When we come back, we got the 100 Thieves defense side.
We were done? No, ladies and gentlemen, we're right back with half number 2 before we dive into 100 Thieves on the defense and GENG on the attack. Let's have a look at this gorgeous replay. Just a solid position from Nitro. That last frag's a little bit difficult to clean up on, but he does so against Kusta, who's holding up the Scarface in heaven. And now we move on to the initial pistol.
Quick fault line down into A lobby. That's where GENG's headed. Sean, or Asuna pushing down. Sewers is a dash though. He's actually tagged by it. Asuna's gonna go with another flash, but he gets blind himself. And there'll be another. Yes! And Asuna with 2!
That is so good for Asuna. He's down low, still gonna get shock darted by Mikhail, but the pushes come in on the long side. Hiko in the off angle beside boxes there, can't fight and can't quite convert down to the 2v2, and they're flanking from the long side. Spike will get planted, which gives time for GENG to get into the post plant.
Oh, look at them. They've read the situation. They're pushing down in spawn. They'll know that both players are coming from the flank. Ethan and Steel, they'll know as well. Finally spot Mikhail. Is there going to be a smoke up in heaven to drop off GMD? He's 10 HP. They don't realize. Spike's being defused. It's half. Ethan gets 1. And he gets the second. Mikhail's gone. And 100 Thieves wins the pistol. Wow. Explosive to start things off. The fault line down into A lobby. Asuna's there with 2 flashes from Nitro. Then GENG clap back and get 3 on the site quickly. And somehow, some way, GENG works in the defense spawn and plays retake on their. I don't know quite what's going on here, but Ethan shuts it up anyways.
Now for the player up in heaven, I believe Mikael, it's just tough. 10 HP.
Yeah.
If he wins the duel though, completely that's over. It's even with 10 HP, player moving up, it just becomes a little bit easier. But
Ooh, quick.
this is gonna be quick, fast hit. Suna, oh, there's the spray. It's good. Steal with the Bucky. Also the utility. This round's over. Come on now. What am I even doing? It's a flawless 100 Thieves.
Yeah, anti-eco. I like the idea though. Dash. Flash and dash into garage. Try to squeeze through the window into C-Link and into B, but both sides get stuffed. One side from Nitro, the other from Steel. Inside a garage. We make it down to 4. This, you know, it was only 1 round extra from the 10-2, but I think something that people don't realize about these halves is that a 10-2, for example, on Ascent, it's only 8 rounds difference. Sure, it is 3 rounds away from the match ending.
Uh-oh.
Still so much time to play. Asuna almost gets something. Come on, Quinn. Through the smoke. I like the idea though. Paint shells to explode and the push with Nitro. Now they played down a man. The bonus.
Yeah, if you're a 100 Thieves fan, you're definitely feeling a little bit cozier than the last map. 10-2 is a tough place to come back from, but they started out strong, similar to how they started here. This bonus, already down a player, makes things a little bit trickier, but look at the presence towards long. They managed to get a little bit of space. The fight from range doesn't go to Ethan's way, so that presence has to be filled by Steel. Nitro down, trying to play close for long, trying to pinch them in. It's not working out for 100 Thieves. Even Hiko will fall. Now it's just Steel twiddling his thumbs down C long. All of his friends are dead.
Push me to the edge. He's got the Bucky. He's definitely going to want to lose this, I think. Although I don't know how Steel, his mind works. He's like, Bucky, yeah, I'll take those in the gun round. You have to remember, 100 Thieves did lose their bonus after they won pistol on Ascent. And you can tell that they find themselves at a disadvantage in this round, given the fact that they tried something crazy with Asuna to find some damage with his Spectre and his Page Shells. GENG will fully exit towards the spawn, not even hunt for Steel, of course. They're happy for him to keep the Bucky, and he will die, okay. Important there, he dies so that he can get the money into the next round. If you stay alive, you get a reduced amount of credits. So, gun round now, the full gun rounds. 100 Thieves spread. Nitro, same spot he always starts off for the fault line. No, they're actually going to come back over towards A with Hiko. In either case, 4 members of GENG look like they want to peek long C or potentially pop C behind a smoke.
Starts with the drone. They are smoked off and nobody is playing. Also, you got Kusta. Playing close right. Ethan does get spotted and the drone will fall as a result. Sean, though, takes out the camera garage. So that's intel now gone. Nitro will clean the garage and see if he can spot anybody out. Initial engagement. Kusta does find Hiko. That might open up this C site, considering they've got a rotator down.
Almost work. Almost, but looks like that was only a half line too for Kusta. Ethan challenging against player inside of Covey, but as soon as that comes out, the peak from the left side of long C ends up coming through. Nitro is going to push this, try to give something to Steel, but not quite going to work out. He has to come up huge.
It's tough. Tough round. Initial engagement to be Link. Lost. Then Kusta gets in the cheekiest of courtyard angles. Suna trying to flank in from there. It really just starts to fall apart player after player. Really the hero of that round, Kusta. Finding 2 picks. Keeping Nitro busy while the rest of the team work their way up. Find that duel against Ethan as well. You know, Nitro and
see that?
Steel could have done some damage, but not
See
gonna
that speed that they peak on Ethan after he tries to fight against the player in Covey? It's ridiculous. GENG firing on all
Revealing
cylinders right now. This does not look like Ascent, where Under Thieves found something, but it is kind of the same sort of gap, so don't count him out just yet. Wynn's got a lot of space down A lobby. Not quite sure if he knows sewers is clear, but he's going to be able to clear that. Sean's coming back as well. Plenty of possibilities. It's Steel and Nitro playing together, but just a Ghost in hands. And once again, nothing crazy for 100 Thieves, but they have to try this round. They're playing for OT, but they win the Thrifty. It'd be massive. Do have a Rolling Thunder for Nitro too.
Nowhere to run.
tougher buy here for 100 Thieves. First to fall. Hunter Siri trying to find Nitro. Luna finds another as well. A little bit more doable. Still 3 players for GENG pushing forward. Flash is going to make things a little bit difficult, but Sean's still fighting. Player right through between
30 seconds left.
that sight line. Just down to Nitro. Oh, couple of players injured. He's going to find one more. Now has the Vandal. He's got the spike as well. Just down to win the Blade Storm. He's worried. Could the player jump up onto the box? The Blade Storm, the tailwind back. Nitro. It's good! It's the clutch for Nitro. The 4K and love taps to boot around for 100 Thieves.
What a round, Nitro. Double with the Bucky kills. Jumping around the box, the first one onto GMD. Dashing forward with the flash onto Sean. Picks up the Vandal and fights. The knives of Quinn.
Stay out of my way.
4K on the round, and Nitro holds for 100 Thieves. If they lost that, definitely would have been dangerous for them to come back from. It was definitely a bigger deficit than they had to fight with against on Ascent. Still a lot to contend with. It was a light buy, just Buckies and some Ghosts. And Huynh still has an op, but he's taking down Hiko already, peeking the backside of C lobby. That one hurts.
Orb taken for win. Suna still with the ankle here up on the box, but Steel,
Nice.
that's so narrow. Good shot onto Sean.
That feels like a response that GENG was hitting against them on Ascent. Walk down mid, find the one lurker who's trying to control and maintain space here. Steel goes back over for his lot. Oh, Goose is up. Oh, Steel. He's got to be very aware here. He knows how this is playing out. Are heading over towards C. But with the space, they're going to push against Steel. Kusta's probably going to take him out in a couple moments. Although this smoke might change things. This camera too didn't spot him.
Oh, what a swing. Takes that out too. Neural Theft and the cage. It's going to make things
30
so
seconds
difficult
left.
now. 100 Thieves, they do have the showstopper here for Asuna. Try to retake some of the presence back on the site. The op here as well. Shot's good for win, and now that might be all she wrote. Still 2 players remain. Ethan and Nitro, they'll start to push in. There's a counter flash as well from Hell. Now Nitro 1v4. Difficult task ahead for him.
There's a reset too. Draft a spot. That's for info. Now they know, and they've locked him in place.
Soba's dead.
That's the first hat though. Flash on the backside, but Kusta's there. And Huynh was ready to swing with him too. Match point for GENG. 100 Thieves have 6 to play.
This feels a little different than Ascent. Just a little bit. Feels like GENG have the control that they were missing on that second half for Ascent. I don't know how much is in the tank for 100 Thieves, especially on this lighter buy, to put 6 together in a row.
I think it might be just because Huynh here opping on this attack side.
Yeah.
You don't see too many attack side ops, but on Ascent they weren't really getting that going. This side, Huynh is literally getting a pick, it feels like every single round early on. Last time it was against Hiko. The round prior, I believe, was against Ethan. It was again for that long C peak. The duel between Kusta and Steel is huge right here. We're on match point right now. 100 Thieves have to find themselves in advantageous position. Nitro is close on B. They might end up flash popping. He's just got a Bucky though.
Win with a tight angle. He does have Sean here to help him. Oh, does he? Just barely, just closely. He's gonna get up close and spec. There's the cross. It's good. Sean now spots one out. There's the flash on, over, and out. Nitro with another. That's up. Picked up. Shot's good for Asuna from the garage. This is beautifully done. Gimon will fall as well. It's almost flawless. Just down to Mikael. Where does
That's
he
how
go?
you claw back in. A flash like that, Nitro gets him, but it's not just for him to trade out. It's also for Asuna to peek out the garage door where he makes it work.
30 seconds
And they're set
left.
up to have a flawless round. Asuna by himself, though. It's Mikael.
Flawless for 100 Thieves. 5 ultimates ready to go, locked and loaded. Can they put together 5 in a row? That is the bigger question. We were questioning this round, but this setup was great. You have Ethan who finds the first initial pick. For Win getting greedy on a tighter angle. He just wants to get that player close right. It's a good trade, and they don't lose a player for it.
Crazy part is, I think GENG knew the setup that was coming. You could see how Win was playing the angle. Because there was no smoke on that B main. Either case, grass control. Asuna very, very close. He's gonna pop the showstopper, pop the ults down from Sean. And things slow right back down. Have and maintain garage control. Nico's playing with him. Shock darts, but Kusta. Somehow, some way, he's gotten himself in the same position where he basically shut down a whole round by himself against 100 Thieves. No op in the hands of Quinn, though. Things could go well here.
Steal
Steel's
once
playing
again.
that very
Yeah.
close cage. We've seen that over and over, where he loves to just push forward with a judge. This time it's a Spectre. Ult from Heathen for info, and he spots just GMD down long C.
Normally for Steel, he's got to angle towards sewers and long. This time, I mean, it's still the same angle, but a little bit tougher to see the angle into the sewers itself, kind of as the ramp declines. Nitro spots one. What's going to happen towards this B side? Sean wins the duel against Asuna. This might be
30
now the fake, as
seconds
they'll try to get a little bit more presence towards the garage side, but Steel is here. Win dashes through. Recombo is going to make things a little bit more challenging, but he can't find a single frag. Now towards garage, just down to 2 players as Ethan will fall as well. Now the Hunter's Fury is looking to deny the plant, but not a lot of time left. This is why they're using their ults here.
10 seconds.
Nitro does get tagged. There's the push forward from Sean,
Spike
and
planted.
that player's down. Now the red carpet's going to be rolled out. They have to work in tandem. Here's the double swing player close right. That's going to be one down. Another comes easy. GENG with the 13-7 victory over 100 Thieves. We go again to map 3.
4 overtimes in map number 1, but this one was clean from GENG, both on defense and attack. 9-3 half, and they close things out pretty handily. 4 rounds there only for 100 Thieves.
End, that's where GENG might have a little bit more flavor, a little bit more context to that operator. But let's see the agents come through. It's the sky for Mikael.
And they're continuing with this. We saw it in the game against TSM, and it worked out nicely. A lot of teams in NA opting for Sky on bind, and it works out great. The way that she can use the Trailblazer to push up long B, to push up through bathroom is pivotal, especially the way that NA teams and teams in general are playing these days, trying to smoke up at the front of bathroom every single round. Obviously, you get the same sort of utility out of a Sova drone. You don't get the flashes on top of that. And we got a double dive from Sean and Huynh possible. Ray's double satchel and Huynh updrafts and tailwind can get so devastating, and Huynh has been so good on those recently. I think if you remember the game against TSM, multiple rounds were won by Huynh getting so much space fast on the sites.
And you can do that with Sky. You know, shout out to Strong Legs, the king of Sky in North America. But of course, a lot of players have started to adapt Sky and bring it into their Asian compositions. You got a lot of great angles with that guiding light. You just put it up over and through hookah. You could pop it out through the showers. There's a lot of different ways that you can utilize it and utilize it quick. If that is the key for success for GENG, to allow Huynh to pop, well, boy, do they have a comp to do it.
Nice start from Hiko to start the round off. We
Scanning
have
ahead.
pretty standard 4 players over towards Long B. Ooh, Steel's pushing down through the smoke. Ethan's gonna find one through the smoke somehow on Sean, who I think was peeking above on top of the fountain. A nice angle there, but Kusta finds a lurk. Doesn't matter though, if Nitro can put him down. Yep, easy. Goodbye. 5 versus 3 on the pistol round. Things went haywire immediately for Gen G.
But now look at the positioning here from Asuna. He's quite deep down towards Dust. He can flank them, pinch them in. Nitro's just trying to delay so that Asuna can shift walk in. He does eventually end up falling, but now in a position to deny the plant. He's got an angle for it. Trigger discipline, that's the spike carrier down. And now all the work that they did to try to get into position for a successful plant is going to be thwarted by the Rays.
One
Now the
enemy
Roomba
remaining.
looking for a little bit more, finds exactly what it needs. Gimon on the off angle out pipes, but still 100 Thieves win the pistol.
A double clear for Ethan and Hiko walking out of pipes there. Scaling back through spawn together. It works out nicely on the last player, but that started off because of Ethan's wonderful shot. Very early. I'm not sure who fell right away. I think it was Sean who got just popped right off the bat down long B. That was nice. So Ethan with the smoke, Steel pushing behind it, Hiko with the dart as well. To actually expose the players. These pistol rounds can get so much more interesting now that we're not just buying 5 frenzies over and over. Does look like Nitro's going to be posting his wall up on short pretty much every round. Asta aggressive with a Vandal already. Not sure how much I like that, but Nitro's rejoined him at least. He's really trying to bait them on. Here it comes, the swing. Yeah, he's gone. Vandal now down. Nitro has to hold on to this.
Uh-oh. This wall is no longer available either. He can't stop them from pushing forward. We have Hiko here ready for another attempt. The wall's still down for the split. They can't quite push in. That's where the spike carrier is located. That Vandal is going to be taken. Window. Great spot for him here. It's in deep. There's a lot of those reloads come through the audio cues, but still back to the reset.
Gonna drone in. Nitro's gonna try to fight there, but don't forget the Vandal. Yep, Kusta's got him. Wynn's still in a position at pocket where he could really catch them off by surprise. They got the Vandal, yes. But Sean the backside and Wynn too. Timing is good. Ethan still
30
responds 1
seconds
versus
left.
3. He starts off good. And he realized the TP happened. He's gonna be there fast. Wynn is in no position right now. He has to dash up for the TP again.
Oh, the paranoia as well makes things a little bit tricky. Ethan has to act quick, but close. Mikael. And that is a great answer to the bonus. It started out with Suna maybe being a little bit too greedy for that orb. He faked it like 3 times, and that put Gen G in a great position to just swarm him. 3 people rushing in. Nitro tried to help. Hiko tried to help. It just wasn't enough. They'll secure that one off, picking up really, I wouldn't say it's just the Vandal, but it played a big factor.
In the words of the great Dicey, Asta definitely thinking, gotta get these eco frags, gotta get these eco frags. As he baits the orb multiple times and unfortunately ends up losing the round because of it. Another smoke deep down long seat. Nitro's here with them this time. Ooh, 4 people here actually.
Ow.
Gets tagged for it. Dart on the backside. They're in the smoke now, but 3 Gen G members ready and willing to accept it.
They'll come through, and Sean with the eco frags. The firing squad is good. Now, oh, there's one more on the opposite front. It's Eco. You're in trouble. Shot's good for Sean on that last and final one. Asuna does find one through showers in the meanwhile, but still 1 for 4. That is a trade I would not like to take. But they tried. They wanted control of long. They tried to get it. That's likely going to be the spike plant. Asuna be left to his own devices.
Hey, he's got the Vandal back though.
Planted.
So there's that. It's not the same one, not his own Reaver Vandal. They're gonna go hunting though. And I think they've cleared a lot. They're gonna have Mikael's clearing out A, and that's gonna give them information, especially with Sean pushing into spawn as well. Gotta be careful. Wynn's already spotted him. Yep. Now he just waits. Does not even need to duel, really. I don't... Because there's plenty of time for his teammates to join him. Mikael over from the right side now. And 1 by 1 they go.
3 for me.
Wow.
Hands of blue. 2x2.
Asuna, he's first class. Why would you duel him? Why would you do that to yourself? He's got a Vandal of all things. Carry that into the next round, a gun round for 100 Thieves, and GENG still secure another. This is looking a little bit tight. Still, the economy has started to stabilize. GENG in a much better positioning, opening up this
Win by the
first
op.
half.
Twin by the op. No knives out. Okay, it's a judge. They're gonna go quick on this B site. This is what they did last time. Seeker's out. Execute's gonna come through. Nitro's gonna wall though. Can they break it fast? If they can, they're gonna be quickly greeted by a twin over top of the backside of sight.
Oh, that's not good. He's still alive. He's still alive. How's he alive? He's in the smoke. Finally gets dealt with by Win. Here comes Asuna. He's got the showstopper. Finds one. Steal as well. Anchoring from elbow. Finds another, but does get eventually traded. Asuna drops down through the cage. There's the tag, and it's looking good for 100 Thieves. Still 2 remain. GENG, Guimont, Mikael back to elbow, and they're stuck. They can't move. Owl drone to clear things out. They know at least one down that direction and the other potentially on the other elbow side, but they don't quite know exactly. Positioning on the site itself. Right through here for Hiko, and this is a tough spot to be if you're GENG.
How can they work themselves back out? Nothing really available for GMD. No paranoia. Do they have another guiding light? Because then they could flash peek together. Potentially force these guys to split up.
30 seconds left.
Other option, I'm not sure if they 100% know that both players are within here. I'm guessing they do, given the setup.
One enemy remaining.
No, my first and a second.
Still here, amigo.
You try to up the octane on 100 Thieves and you have Asuna coming right back at you with speed. Straight through the TP. Showstopper through to follow up. And he's right behind you to clean the entire site. Good 4K on the round.
Twitch chat poll results are in. 100 Thieves, 61% of you believe will clean up this map and move on to face LG, which will happen right after this. We're not done quite yet. Still have more action for you after this last map here.
Blinded.
Well, that's intel gathered. One player in showers. Here's the Wolf to follow suit. Sees 2. That's a lot of information. How do they play off of it? Another light. Still, these are pushed off the angle. They're gonna fight again. A good paranoia. Asuna. Oh, the shot's good. Can he find more? Are you kidding me, Asuna? That's 3, and it's good.
So strong. The fight back. GMD will also respond, but at this point, the round is already in control of 100 Thieves, though he did just TP across the lamps.
Last player standing.
Hello. Thanks for opening the door for me, buddy. And the res as well onto Hiko. Kusta in such an awkward spot. But what a round for 100 Thieves there. Responding quickly. Ethan with the paranoia as soon as it looked like they wanted to push in and peek through. Once they pass that orb, it's the point of no return. And Asuna duels them all. The lineup that's forced. Super nice. I think Steel just spotted him.
30 seconds left.
Given the fact that he turned. Yep. Oh, no, that's the drone from the back.
Yeah, Ethan. That was a play like he's been playing this game for months. You know, that setup, that communication, that coordination in a team environment. Very well played. The smoke, flash. I mean, it doesn't help that they line up for him. But even the round that potentially could have been salvaged by Guimont and Kusta, Steel waiting in the most annoying spot right outside the TP.
Let us hunt.
Thieves take the lead.
Get out of my
Revealing
way.
area.
Dart outside of bathrooms. He's got knives up short. Asuna, they've kind of felt this out, but it doesn't matter if they back off anyways after realizing what the situation might be themselves. Smoke doesn't cover all of... Yeah, there's an angle for Asuna. Flash doesn't catch him, but he does miss the shot finally. Has to be careful of bathroom because that's where Kusta's lurking, and they know they don't have bathroom control this time. Who's just gonna find this, I think? No.
Oh, that is tough. Does get traded though. Ethan now. Difficult task. There are a lot of individuals on the opposite front. They're going to push in one at a time. You'll take those. TP onto the truck, but can't put the round in reverse. He's only by himself. Shot's good for steal, and it's another round for 100 Thieves. A little bit of a broken buy moving into this one for GENG. Now they'll have that redemption arc to fulfill. Weapons online, ultimates online. Kusta particularly has the neural theft. But 100 Thieves, look at that. They've got everything they need to continue the momentum.
And still not getting that operator online, which we said was a key on Haven. There we go, finally. New peek down long C. Ethan's not here to throw that long C smoke that we've seen deep. No Hiko either to drone things out, so this could get dangerous. Still spots him with the camera though, and they know immediately. There's no surprises here. They know the situation. Now just have to adjust to welcome the presence of the operator from Huynh. Last time, the money was there for Huynh. He opted for the judge instead. So 100 Thieves had to be prepared for both a flash and dash from Huynh in the back of sight with a judge and an operator this time. But they don't have to worry about that anymore.
Hear it? It's given away. Shot's good onto the first initial pick. Still two members here. Nitro underneath the window. Lurking Kusta does get dealt with, and now the players down long have been revealed by the dart. Win still with a tight angle. Smoke will allow Nitro to get into a little bit of a closer spot, but there is going to be the wolf that comes through. Unfortunate 360 doesn't connect. Nitro, he being a little bit of an unanticipated spot. Wins down with the up. Mikael does find the trade. They'll push onto site, have a little bit more control. Players on the opposite front. Shock dart's gonna hurt Mikael so much. Now the 3v3 retake as the spike's been planted.
That's with the nade, that could find something. And Showstopper out. He's forced them all the way down to the elbow. Meanwhile, Hookah's completely smoked off. He finds one. It's not planted for them either. They have to dash for this. Sean finds one, but Hiko finds the other. If he swings, it's half as well. Double. Both of them together.
Thanks.
And they combined for another 5 rounds now for 100 Thieves, and things definitely look different than the first 2 maps here.
So let's just have a look at a lay of the land. There's something that I find so interesting. Hiko uses the Hunter's Fury there. He's already got 3 points. He's going to be back up to that quite quickly, and that is so effective. That is what was used to deal with Win. Stuck in the octagon, not looking for that UFC fight later. We're looking at Valorant. He managed to find him. Now it's the eco for GENG.
Asana's in the ring, and he's throwing swings, though. 14 and 2 over 7 rounds. 2 frags per round. Unbelievable.
Scanning ahead.
And they shut down the op. That time still tried to get in a cheeky position because of the wall down in Hookah. If we ain't able to trade him, doesn't matter though. 100 Thieves respond like that. Fighting outside a bathroom once again. Nothing quite there. Win with the judge on the light buy. Ethan's got to be careful, especially low HP. In seconds, Win can be on top of you.
It does finally start to come through. The guiding light is going to make things a little bit difficult. Win up above, but the Asuna has got some fast reactions. Dish down to Mikael. The drown is going to be used to scout him out. Will eventually fall. Does get tagged by those pre-fire shots, and Ethan through the wall. You know, I think it's been very interesting to see GENG work this A site. They very rarely go through A short. They love that showers control. And the fact that 100 Thieves have been responding in kind, Asuna and Ethan working quite well. And Asuna's been winning a lot of duels. He had that one time where he was baiting Orb and he lost it. Ever since then, he's had such great control. And it's difficult for GENG to use the A site as an option. Win does get room to go up short, but usually there's a wall there from Nitro.
Incredible performance so far from Asuna. Exchange of smokes. One thing to note about GENG's approach is how they've opted to have Kusta lurk through short over and over. And it hasn't been working so far. I think there's been 1 round where he's gotten a kill. All the other ones he's been punished by Asuna, clearing outside of bathrooms. as he rotated off. What it does, though, it does maintain the fact that they have to watch for that. They have to be ready for that. So now, all of a sudden, Kusta coming back, that does give a little bit more strength for this take, rather than having a whole member away from you. Look, 2 people over here towards A, ready and watching the smoke that he could walk through at any time.
I've got your trail.
They're about to deal with the pain, let me tell you. Taker's out. This is going to be a fast round. Win already onto site, using the showstopper as well to try to get some space. Doesn't find success. Members towards mid, deal with lurking Kusta, but now they'll hightail that spike over to A. TP to heaven. Still the action continues on the site itself. Sean is one onto steal, and he's in the cubby. A little bit of a tougher spot. Players from Hookah, this fight is continuing across the map. Spike now officially being planted for Tetris, but Hiko's making the blocks fit. Just down a win. Finds the pick onto Asuna, but no time left. He's got to get the spike. He's got to win a 1v3. He will save the weapon, and 100 Thieves secure another round.
So far, a fantastic half from 100 Thieves. The control that they're actually maintaining on short to deal with the Kusta lurk, actually coming and buying them so many more positives than having to keep bodies there. The way that they're not pushing through Hookah because of Nitro's wall, once again, it's becoming so valuable. Nitro's wall in Hookah, they know they can fight down through the TP when the split is about to happen. Ethan through TP. Nitro fighting back. A flash through as well. Asuna coming through. And then retaking B is easy. They're essentially forced to go back. GENG all in the attack specifically to deal with these issues.
The tease. I bet players can't wait to have Astra into the pool. It's going to change the game by quite a lot. We'll see that, of course, in weeks to come.
Here.
Match at hand. 3 rounds remain. 100 Thieves in a very dominant position. Eco round upon us for GENG. Battle for Orb towards Showers. Asuna not going to be there early, waiting for a potential lurk through A short, like we've continuously highlighted for Kusta. B, however, is angled towards B short, potentially going to meet Nitro.
You know what's waiting. You already called it out. You know what's waiting here for them. If they fight through bathroom, Asuna will hear that on the other side. He's in the pocket, so not dueling, as we quite expected. But a quick possibility for a split here. 3 players posted up towards U-Haul. It's a great setup for anybody coming short, but explosions coming out of bathroom. Here's the flash, the dash, went onto the site. Instantly they fight back on the short.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a tough spot as well because you got the pocket player, showstopper, not going to connect, they'll push him through. The spray, not enough on the Eco, but Hiko, he's here, he's dangerous, and he's powerful. 3K on the round, make it 4. And the Eco gets dismantled. Suna was in a great spot. GENG had the control. You always forget about Hiko. Well done, and that's another round. 2 remain for GENG and 100 Thieves.
There's a Twitter clip for his birthday. Happy birthday, Hiko, with the 4K. On a round that looked pretty good for GENG. The idea is smart. Especially after realizing that there's nothing in bathroom. Let's explode with just a quick flash. Quinn got to the back of sight, almost opened things up, but ends up falling shortly after. Oh, look at that cage from Steel. That's a dirty one-way. That's dirty.
Such a small sliver as well. Win and Mikael on the opposite front. Bird comes through. It's just a pigeon on a coop. Nothing gets spotted. No op for Win either. First pick comes in for Steel. Asuna on the opposite side, pushing through Showers, finds a pick onto Kusta. And that lurk's been dealt with every round. Win pushes forward. Through the smoke, he will fall. Now Nitro, will he continue the success of 100 Thieves? No, he will not, but it's 3 players, a firing squad. Gimon almost converts onto another. That's 9-2. Having a little bit of deja vu this time, though. 100 Thieves are in the driver's seat. We haven't seen them in such dominant fashion, really, on any of the maps, other than that Ascent half. This is a completely different look from them.
Yeah, it is. Love the setup from Steel there. Love his second option to back off on that angle. Trusting fully that Nitro will hold on to Hookah for as long as possible so that he can get the kills down through
Find the weak point.
long B. No smokes necessary. He'll face with that angle all day.
Get out of my way.
Especially after they spot him on the right side of that top of the box first. And then Mikhail fighting in through bathrooms. Hunters, they give it up. Pretty quickly, actually.
Nope. No, they don't. Here we engage. It was the fake. Now they'll officially back away. Hunter's Fury for Hiko just to buy time. Not allow any short pushes. Does get the final tag. Maybe looking... Oh, does he get it? I'll be close. But does not. Ooh. That's Asuna down. Finally, the aggression pans out. Ethan moving over to Dark. Now Nitro trying to take the duel to Kusta. They will at least equalize for now.
Dude, they're so good at pushing these spots after something else happens on the rest of the map. Execute here though with the Seekers, and they know the setup now. Hiko and Ethan back sight. Sean's gonna easily put him down, but the Seeker didn't go towards Ethan. So he sneaks by. Quinn doesn't find him either. The Cloud Burst obscures. And Ethan for 3. Mikhail left in a 1 versus 3. And yeah, there you go. 10-2 again.
It'll be coming through. This pistol, very important for Genji. Bala, you lose this, let 100 Thieves potentially move on, but we could see another 10-2, man. Scent was crazy. That would be even crazier here for Bind.
A reminder that the loser of this goes on to play Envy, which nobody in their right minds want to do in the first round of Masters. Absolutely not. So Genji, who also obviously want to win in this tournament here for their share of the $50,000 available in Challengers 3. Control over towards bathroom for Asuna and Hiko, and they grab it. They get the orb. No fighting back for Genji. Slow pistol, but where are we going to end up? Control still held outside of Long B by Nitro. Same thing for Steel outside of Hookah. No pushes coming. Mikhail with the spot flash setup. Could be really big for Kusta to find something with his cages. Also information. I'm not sure if he heard anything there. By spotting Asuna. Gonna be a beast.
Oh, the paint shells are gonna make things very difficult for Nitro, even as he's healing. Manages to heal through the pain. Suna's been waiting for the membership to leave the A site. This is a little bit tricky because Kusta's lurking through. Steel's gonna have to deal with him, and it's the TP over because Suna's gotten a lot of ground covered. Kusta does manage to take Steel down as he wraps back around. Now it's Asuna just trying to deal with him, take away the pest. But already, Genji have arrived. Gimon's got control of lamps. They've got flashes galore. But Ethan will take out Bird Lady. And another one comes in for Asuna. 2 more remain for Genji. There's a lurk coming in through short. And Win pitching in from pipes. Ethan on the off angle.
One enemy remaining.
Shot's good for 1, and you're right. There is a wall there, Sean. Got to wrap back around. Oh, that's tough.
There are a couple low members, Ethan being one of them, but as soon as that happened, he swings to the other side. The repositioning is great, and now there's 300 Thieves members right in your face. The wall on the flank to stop everything. Well done from 100 Thieves, and they respond with the pistol Win, which they actually got against Genji when they went down 10-2 and made them look like fools, but instead, doesn't happen for Genji. Nothing occurred in that round, and I have to wonder, with 2 rounds left for 100 Thieves, that's all they need, which is all that Genji has. How do you even stop Asuna from winning a round on his own in one of these upcoming? Like, 22-7. Ridiculous performance.
100 Thieves have to be a little bit careful here. Despite the amazing plays you highlighted from Asuna, that's a little bit of an unfortunate recon both. But the Buckies this round that are going to make things troublesome. GENG have bought up. They're playing close. They're playing annoying. 100 Thieves are going to realize that very quickly. Kusta's going to be the first point of contact as everyone else is grouped around here. And as soon as looking for that first entry, that Bucky's going to hurt.
Saw Kusta pinging to determine what the range was of the Bucky if he was in one-shot potential with it. Click. Boom. One down. If you could do it, I could do it as well. GENG say they respond with sheriffs and Buckies, and they actually get the man advantage. And look at the HP for Nitro. Hiko's left by himself in lamps, and they have to recover the spike all the way back in bathrooms.
30 seconds left.
Dog comes through. Hiko's in a little bit of trouble. Shockdar try to push Sean off the angle. Oh, that's dangerous now. Just down to Nitro. Sean, fortunate timing. Now the spike's gone. Okay, Ruba, let's clear things out. Knows exactly where he is. Let's just play for time. That's a great answer back. Really off the back of Sean, just consistently repositioning. Great share of shots. It was not the Bucky, just the first pick for Kusta. Sean trying to answer back. That'll at least stop the bleeding, and they needed to stop it as soon as possible.
Yeah, if there's anybody who's going to do their best Asuna impression, it's going to be Sean. The mirror agent. Top frag for his team as well, and that's a ridiculous 4K to start things off on this half for them. Obviously losing the pistol hurts, but they stem the bleeding instantly. Cauterize the wound. And we go for more. Only pistols bought into this for 100 Thieves, so they have the economy to buy next no matter what happens this round. Ooh, quick boombot trades. They might actually jump on Sean. There's a paranoia through and a reflash. Spots one, the paint shells are good. He's gonna actually take down Asuna, and the spray is good too. Well done from Sean. And he's starting to feel himself.
Went down long. I think 100 Thieves are gonna even get that spike down. Steal though.
One enemy remaining.
Finds one, but it's the Ares. Now it's Cypher v Cypher, but Kusta's taking a long look. Knows that man in the mirror quite well. That'll be good for GENG. And now, of course, here comes the gun round. The economy has finally stabilized. Win at 6K. You know, considering they might lose this round, Win will be able to buy an op in the next. That is important to note because once the op gets rolling, it's a big possibility they can start their journey back to tying things up. Oh, it's
He's gonna buy it
it's
this
in.
round. Yep. I was feeling that should have been coming. I think they should upgrade here. Given that if they lose this round, they have to play for OT. You know, which is fine. But the more rounds you're accruing, the better. Economy might get a little scuffed. But at the very least, you'll have weapons to challenge, and you don't have to do anything crazy to win the round. It's not Stinger meta. Hundred Thieves is not really... okay, actually they are. Sorry. Sean's close with the showstopper. Yes, the TP. Yes, he gets away, and there's actually a lot of space down bathrooms for steal.
We'll get smoked off. Still, there's a lot of utility. This is a great partnership for GENG, Kusta, and Guimau. A lot of utility to delay. That's why you see so many members of GENG start early on the B site.
Spots where the camera is. Useful information if they do end up coming back towards A, but from what we can tell, it looks like it's going to be that B hit Sean in a nice spot. And spot the information in. It's important. Boombot actually finds Twin. I've seen that before for him, but the operator's good. No dash away this time. So he has to fight through the shed. He's going to do it, but Nitro's outside at the pallet. Has to be big for Sean. And unfortunately, it's not quite there. A resurrection 2. Spike going to be planted in short time. Just in time. And GMD has the world against him.
Healing.
Nitro gave up the angle for a second. That gives him room to find Ethan. Camera out. Spots him again. Has to spend the time to remove the dart. But still no information on the last two. He knows where Nitro is, who's actually repositioned. The smoke to cover things off, and Nitro will finish him 12-4.
You know, for win, that's tough.
Match point.
You get pushed off the hook angle because the Roomba, you think maybe somebody's pushing in from short. So you drop down, and then you try to put some smokes down to allow you to reposition, but you've got players waiting on the opposite front. It was really up to Sean to cover Win coming out the smoke, but unfortunately he loses the duel, and 100 Thieves just, everything goes their way on the initial hit into sight. They also rotated Mikael early over to A mid-round. There was just 2 there, and it all fell apart. So now, GENG tasked with 8 rounds in a row. That is very, very difficult considering their economy.
Here.
Have to remember.
Let's see what happens.
Gambled into this round. Wynn's gonna be able to trade actually. Still though, fighting back. They gambled into the round with the economy, and now they have low buy to fight back for match point, but still doable.
Malt finds Nitro. Doable indeed.
I know exactly.
Spike will still make its way through. Deal repositioning shots good from range. Mikael and Lamps, but Guimond is down. Bucky at hand here.
Here.
One guiding light available. And Kusta, who finds a long way around back through spawn. Kusta now through pipes. He's got an upgrade on the ground if he so chooses to pick it up. They need confirmation that smokes will be there. There's the recon bolt. There's the swing. Go playing a little antsy, playing a little careful. Shots good onto one. Kusta just down to you. 1v2, neural depth. Where are those players located? It's just not enough.
Win.
Not enough for GENG.